We open with a shot of the stars. They glitter against the backdrop of night, though it's difficult to make out any constellations thanks to the lit windows that make up Toontown's skyline, which come into view as we begin to pan down. From the skyline to rooftops, drifting past chimneys, washing lines, and the odd stray cat, which yowls and darts from out of frame. Down we go, through a roof, a ceiling, and the camera glides to a stop in a gloomy storeroom, where two toons are tied to chairs. "So, any luck yet?" says Charlie, trying to peer over his shoulder at his boyfriend slicked to his back.
"Not quite. If I could just..."
A key rattles in the lock and Vincent is cut off. Light streams in through the now open door for only a second before being blocked out by one brick wall of a goon, and then another, both stationing themselves either side of the doorway before the third, smaller, and far more worrisome shape of a shadow casts itself over the con men. Orson Jones, businessman, black market dealer, bad guy, steps into the storeroom and begins to pace a circle around Vincent and Charlie. "Any new thoughts on where you two put the money you owe me?" "Yeah, we tossed it to the bottom of the river. Might want to grab yourself a snorkel." There's a... as Jones snaps his fingers, and a thug steps forward to add yet another bruise to Charlie's already large collection.
Hey, look, you've got us now, okay? You win.
"You got that right. Thorn, was it?"
Yeah, Nathaniel.
Well, Mr. Thorn, forgive me if I don't go believing you straight away, considering this one," and he kicks Charlie's chair, "has been calling you Vince." "That's 'cause it's his middle name."
Okay, yeah. Can't go fooling you, I guess. Like I said, you win.
"I wouldn't say I've won until I've got back the 3,000 gold you owe me, plus interest."
That... We've split it all up. That's gonna take some work to get it back in one piece. You understand that, right?
Of course. Hardly wise to go keeping all your money in one place now, is it, boys?
Exactly. You're a man after my own heart.
"And you mine, Vinny. So, of course you understand that I've got to be serious here."
Of course, that's just good business.
So, in order to show how serious I'm being... There's another, as Jones beckons one of his henchmen over, a goon lumbering forward, hand reaching towards his hammer space as he walks.
Just a minute with that.
Light glints at the edge of the machete the goon has drawn, grinning nastily as Jones speaks. "We're gonna do things my way." We see shadows against the wall as the blade is raised. Vincent trying to lean out of its reach, Charlie desperately trying to work himself free. Then there's a shock, and we cut to black. Though not before a split-second frame burns its way into our minds. That fragment of time where the blade was most certainly slicing right underneath Vincent's head. Welcome to part 3 of A Sketchy Situation. You may now unmute yourselves if you so choose.
Why, though? Oh, no, that's terrible. We're just sitting here watching a snuff movie. What? I'm distressed.
Look, last time, you not only didn't rescue Charlie, but you left Vin behind. There's gotta be consequences here.
I never said we intended to do that.
So, hello everyone listening. Welcome to part 3, as I've already said. I am Kai, your DM. Would our players like to introduce ourselves from the top down? Al, that's you.
Hi. Hello. Hi, I'm Elle, and I'm here today, and I am not a DM, which is fucking weird for me. I usually am the who's putting up with the bullshit and inventing it, not like like selling it. So like I play Isaspella Book, who's much more put together than I am, and also kind of bastard, but I enjoy her anyway. It's kind of nice to just have a character who's a little bastard, you know?
It's fun. It's fun getting to play a bastard.
Like, she's neat. Also, resorts to ice knife instead of sleep.
Yeah, this sure
No
has.
one will ever let me forget it. She panicked, okay?
That was an iconic moment, but we're never gonna let that down. Next
No,
up,
we're
Mod.
absolutely never letting you live that down.
Mod.
Oh, it's me. Hi, speaking of bastards, it's me with your boy, Alibi, who's definitely not anybody else. Regarding certain people's behavior, especially in the last game, I am afraid that Alibi's estimation, like, emotion feelings towards Spella has crashed. You know that, like, negative thing that you get when playing The Sims? Like, that happened. I could just see it pop up over his head. So, today's going to be interesting, and, I'm terrified, yeah. Did I mention my name is Modmad? You probably know that. Okay, next person.
She was
Samaranth.
bastard on purpose.
Yeah, Samaranth.
I'm Samaranth, and I'm scared, but in this game I play Doc Acne. She's, you know, not doing so well right now, not
Oh no.
feeling pretty guilty, feeling scared.
Doc is the only
and-
sane person on this team.
Doc is the brain
But
cell.
not as scared as
You.
she should be.
Doc and Fran are the brain cells of this team.
Which is saying a lot for Fran.
Yeah.
By the way, hi,
Doc
I'm
has
Yuni.
a negative wisdom.
Sorry, Yuni, please go ahead.
I'm Yuni. I'm playing Fran. And she kind of just got pulled into this late, and they were like, "Oh, things went downhill. We need you to fix it." She was like, "Yeah, all right." And then things continued going downhill, and she's like, "Oh, jeez."
We promise you you're getting paid, it's okay.
And my name is Jay, and I am playing a headless corpse.
Jay is mostly here as moral support and to chime in as the ghost of Vincent every so often.
They're not appearing in this film.
Pretty much.
And
Thank-
because I am dead, I can take off my head and recite Shakespearean quotations.
Yes.
Thank you for helping me do that, like, opening spiel. You can now head off to the bedroom and go play Minecraft. Actually, no, you
Alright,
can't because
so
we've
yeah.
stolen your laptop. Never mind.
No, you've got all my kit here, so.
Alright, so, where were we last time? You had managed to successfully rescue the 6-year-old girl, so congratulations to that. Spella, you are down a gold bar. You're also down 2 con men, so...
We all weep a single tear for the gold bar.
yeah.
It died so young.
F's in chat for the gold.
Alright, after the frantic flee that was the end of the last episode, where do you think you guys would wind up?
At the
We
bottom
had
of
a
a drink in a
rendezvous point,
bar,
right?
probably.
I heard nothing.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You go,
I believe part of it was that there was a rendezvous point, and like I know at least a couple of us like went back there when things started going weird, and
That is
yeah,
true,
we were listening
yeah.
to this awful radio show, and yeah, basically deciding to turn it off because this was not the sort of program that we wanted to be listening to.
That's true. So you've all kind of wound up back at whatever teensy bedroom Fran is.
Yeah, it was Fran's
staying at,
place,
wasn't it?
Was it Fran's rented room that we agreed with? The only thing I remember is that we called the plan Operation Greasy Seagull because that was extremely good.
That did happen. You are right. Oh, by the way, actually, if we're doing a sort of reconvening, Alibi for some reason has gone to the washroom. Been in there for a while.
No one go in there. It's not worth it.
I guess he's a nervous fighter. He always has to, go after a serious, stressful event.
Okay. Okay.
Nothing like adrenaline to get the bowels moving. So I assume that the kid is there with us.
I think that Ellie is probably clinging to Spella, considering that Spella's the one that got her out of there. Also taught Ellie go fish, like, last night, because by this point it's early dawn, I would say.
Spella is definitely Ellie's favourite.
Yeah, so, like, I don't think Ellie necessarily likes Spella, but is, like, recognizes Spella the most, and is therefore clinging, so...
Bella is holding Ellie like a particularly valuable book, which is both hands around the tummy, basically, and she's sitting prim and proper, and Ellie is her stupid bony bird knees.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Like, I mean, you say that very prim and proper. I think that lasted for all of 0.3 seconds before Ellie kind of squirmed around it and is now just hugging you.
Just being a little koala.
Pretty much.
Spella's eyes widen. She doesn't fucking know what to do. She's gonna continue holding the child.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you can see that she feels a little unnerved because her wings, which are still out from the previous fight, do the nervous bird thing where they orb a little bit.
Ruffle.
Can I actually get a quick perception check, Spella?
Yes, but it's not gonna be great. Guess
Yeah,
what my wisdom is?
That's fine. That's fine.
Alright, perception. My perception is 14. I think I roll a d20, right?
Yeah, yes.
We know how to play D&D.
Aren't you like the main DM of this entire server?
Yeah, you wouldn't be surprised by the fact that it's 9 a.m.
Okay, that's
How made the server? So...
Anyway, that's a 19.
Okay, with that, after about a minute of whatever conversation is going on, you will notice that your clothes at the front are starting to get just a teensy bit damp where Ellie has kind of buried her face. And with that, I encourage you all to do any planning, conversation in character and everything.
Bella internally,
I will say, like,
snot,
Fran
the child is leaking. Oh, snot.
Oh no.
Fran is like by the window and peeking out to see if anyone has like tailed them.
You will have no sight, A, because you just all got out of there so fucking quickly, and B, the guy's not actually massively interested in following you when he has both of the conmen that he wanted revenge on, so...
Fran doesn't know that for sure, so she's
Fair
keeping
enough.
an eye out.
Fair enough. Thank you for being sensible.
Doc is just pacing and barely holding herself together only because Ellie is there and she doesn't want to fall apart in front of Ellie.
Oh, no.
And just sort of rambling about nothing in particular.
Oh. Oh.
I think, make a dex save, Doc. Just for a
Okay.
small piece of comedy. Hopefully.
Alright.
We need to lighten this up
what's
somehow.
what's my... Do I have proficiency in my dex save? No, I don't.
I know I'm the one that set the mood, but we need to lighten up this mood somehow.
I am here for your comedy relief. Oh, that's a very good dodge. Okay, well, the door to the washroom swings open, and you're so jumpy, I think you just, like, leap out of the way. While a complete stranger comes out of the washroom.
Who are you? How did you get here?
Everyone roll insight or perception, I think.
Yeah, perception, insight, whatever you want.
Oh, he's so fluffy.
He looks like he has a very squishable face.
That's the
What a
idea.
good friend.
Went full kawaii with this one. For those who may not have a visual, maybe it'll get linked in the comments, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a person, the person who's appeared is apparently a husky, wearing a pastel sort of set of clothes, which is somehow similar, but you're really not sure why at all.
Got a big pink
Oh my
bow.
god, Fran, really? Fran is the one? Fran is the one?
Fran is the one.
Fran's on high alert.
Oh my god, yes!
Spella's dealing with small crying child. Sorry, snotty child.
I love that
Yeah.
Stella can't figure this out. I'm just so happy. Okay, please
Bella
react.
gently petting the back of this child, like pat, 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 pat. Yes.
Do you want to
I'm
basically
going to
play
get a
Ellie?
good grade in comforting child, which is both achievable and a normal thing to want.
I mean, like, I will say, Ellie is most likely thankful for your efforts. She's 6, so she's probably also at that cynical age where she can tell you don't really know what you're doing. But yeah, with a 12, I think, Doc, you have suspicions on who this new husky is. Fran, you know in an instant. Spella, no, just no.
Bella pulls out a knife.
Wait, okay.
Her wings stop, like, orbing nervously and now orb defensively, covering the child, and she's pointing this knife through the feathers at this stranger.
Ellie makes a noise like, ah! At the sudden motion.
Before I departed, it's me. It's Alibi. Hello? Yes?
Oh, okay. I thought, okay.
Well, it's something that only the dumbass fox would know.
You can't.
Fran just like blitzes around at the group. It's like he's literally wearing the same coat.
In terms of dumbassery that only I would know, your extremely exquisite dumbassery of casting sleep while I was in the middle of working my magic and then not using that on a man in his bed later.
All right. But you're on thin pecking ice. And she puts the knife away and then holds Ellie a little tighter.
Okay, so we're going to go and get them back. Yes, ASAP. What do we do with the child while we're doing that, by the way?
Right away, okay, yes.
You have made a plan while I was doing this, right?
I've been saying ideas for the past few, like, I don't know how long it's been. I don't know if they were good ideas. I've just been saying them. What are we gonna do with Ellie? Okay, who can take care of Ellie? Do any of you know anyone in the city that can help?
Yeah, I know plenty of people.
Anyone you can like trust with a 6-year-old child. I will say, there is someone that could look after this child. The only person with knowledge of them is the small upset child who isn't really in a mood for speaking. So this is up to you guys.
Spella gives Ellie a knife.
Fran takes the knife away and goes, pretty sure, no.
Well, look, I'm not going to have her in any situation where she is alone without a knife again. She pulls out another one and gives Ellie it.
How many of those do you have?
How many knives do you have? Okay,
Is this the point where I say that Charlie's technically already taught
I was just
her knife safety?
I was waiting for a moment to just sort of break in and be like, Ellie looks more comfortable with the knife.
That's concerning for so many reasons. We could potentially roll, like, history to see if any of us can remember someone who might
also, like, now that, I think, like, Ellie is just gonna sort of, like, tug on Spella's, like, collar or shirt or whatever, and like in that sort of want to whisper kind of way, because again, found one adult that she likes and is not gonna let go, and is going to say something along the lines of, "Can you take me to see my nan? Where's my nan?"
Like a goat.
No!
Like
my grandma!
We don't know. It could be a goat.
What on earth is a grandma?
She's going to start crying.
Is she maybe going to push away from Spella at all, or just going to continue?
No, she's just going to yell and cling onto Spella and also the knife.
Okay.
She's 6, she's been kidnapped, she's not in a good way.
And
All right,
Fran's
someone
going to
explain
get
to me what a
down on
grandma
one knee
is.
in front of Ellion's belly, and go, "Hey, kiddo, do you know your grand's address?"
Ellie would definitely have had the address sort of drilled into her. I don't know it. But yeah, she just...
Yeah, you could say she tells.
Yeah, Ellie gives the address.
Sydney.
she just is like rocks out in like you know, one of those like that sing song voice of, like, you know, when a kid's been taught to say something.
Fran goes, all right. We get her to Gran. Gran sounds like, all right. And that's one piece taken care of.
Alright, so you all head off to go meet Nan Black, I guess?
Sure.
Alright.
Yeah, sure.
So
Why not? I like a grandma.
Fran is in the mode of like, okay, clearly no one is like. I mean, no offense to Duck. Duck is clearly trying, but it's like, all right, we can't make a decision about plans, so let's do one thing that we can do.
Everyone makes fun of Spella for like having tunnel vision and being very specific about ideas and shit, but you can't say that she doesn't get her self-appointed job done.
She absolutely does.
The methods that are questionable.
Emphasis on the self-appointed part of the job.
No one else is going to pass out like personal, like you should be doing this. She might as well.
I think maybe while they're walking, like on the way to Grandma's house, the irony of a wolf sort of husky-looking thing accompanying a small child to a grandma's house. Anyway,
Amazing.
like, sort of trying to like extract one of these genius plans from Doc, and is just like, well, okay, so we lost the brains of the outfit, but we still have an explosives expert and the face. He points it to himself, very flattered by his own words. And we've got the muscle, and we've got a homicidal maniac. So what are you coming up with this material?
It's not a nice thing to say about Ellie.
But it's no, okay. I don't have proof against that, to be fair.
No,
Okay, so my first-
I got what you meant. I was attempting to exercise humor. People use it as a way to deflect uncomfortable feelings, such as the fact that you're obviously uncomfortable by the fact that I, bluffed, as many people do when they're attempting to get something specific, like, a child out of mortal peril.
And I was specifically trying to get an answer out of somebody that isn't you. Doc, darling, you were saying something.
Okay, my first plan didn't work because I don't have that much explosives on me, and also they're going to be in the building, so that was a stupid idea. Okay, so the next idea, we could, no one here knows how to teleport, so we can't do that. My third idea was, okay, so we need to, well, they're probably going to move them, right? They're not going to keep them in the same place with the ever blue and everything, so we need to find them first, and then... yeah, that.
Sorry, continue.
Find them, and this time we need to do better at getting in unnoticed. We can't, because obviously if they see us coming, they can hurt Charlie or they can hurt Vin, and we don't want that, obviously. So we need to.
Hence the new look, darling. If you need someone to go in and pretend to be a very unthreatening, brainless dog, potentially offers services as a guard dog? I don't know. I haven't really thought through this character yet. Don't even have the voice worked out. But anyway, I figured this might be sort of new clay to work with to make some bricks. But I mean, you've got something.
I mean, I don't know if I have something. That's good. Okay, so maybe we can see if we can. So you're saying that you want to see if you can get hired by this guy or something like that to give us an in? Is that your idea? That makes
your words. You said somehow getting in, or rather not getting caught as we were, and I'm not as I was. So isn't that fortunate?
Yes, that's a good point. Because my disguises aren't like that. But that's a really good disguise. So if we can, so yeah, they won't know who you are, and that's good. But we also need them to not. I mean, also just sneaking you in isn't going to work because that a stranger sneaking into their base isn't better than one of us sneaking into their. Well, it's a little bit better, but not that much better. So
no, but I was just quite a good distraction with the seagulls. I mean, have you got any contributing thoughts, Fran? I hesitate to ask you, Spella.
No, because fucking the Alibi doesn't want to talk to her. So what is it like? Why should she talk to him?
Oh my god, really? Are you pulling that card? I can't deal with that.
Yeah, she's pulled out a small comb and is now brushing Ellie's hair.
Oh.
Like a girl with a doll when like she doesn't want to admit she's wrong.
I just want to say, good fucking luck with that. Ellie has like 3C hair, so it's coily as fuck.
She immediately adjusts her strategy and pulls out a pick and starts gently picking.
Okay, yeah, that works. Sorry, Fran, you were gonna say stuff.
Fran's like, I mean, point number 1, most important, figure out where they are.
Yes, that's a good point.
Someone roll insight on Alibi real quick.
After this little bit of the conversation is over, I think you're gonna arrive at Nan's house. But
Okay.
an 18 and a 21
Okay, Doc.
from Fran and Doc. Nat 20.
Just it was like a passing look, but it was so obvious when it was happening. You feel like Alibi knows how to find it, but then realized something about the fact and has not said anything and is kind of like doing the looking to the sky and whistling.
What you got
If
for
you got an
us,
idea,
husky boy?
yeah. Listen, no idea is too stupid right now. You've heard me.
Trust me, I have no. Well, you have to promise not to laugh.
Okay,
Promise.
No such promise made.
I promise.
He goes into a huddle with Fran and Doc. If you spin me like a bottle, I usually end up pointing in the right direction. Don't laugh, it's just something that has happened since I was a small person, and I'm very lucky, and it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm magnetically inclined because of certain inherited features. Anyway, we might just use that if we really
Fran
do
picks him
need to.
up.
Squeals
She,
of protest.
okay,
she like she does the thing where she like holds him up and like bounces him on a figure and just spins him like a fidget spinner.
Oh my god. You could have waited until Ellie away.
Oh, you are.
Anyway,
Oh,
I'm going to go
okay.
find the fabled grandma, so have fun torturing the fox. Actually, I do want to get in on that. If you're still doing it by the time I'm back, then save me a piece. And she continues walking to the address.
I'm gonna, as DM, I'm gonna say, for now, where you wind up pointing is actually directly at a house only a couple doors down now. It is immediately, every single one of you recognize this, the house of some sort of grandma, going by, like, all the little roses in the garden, the very neatly painted and very carefully weeded everything, neatly painted house. It's got, like, you know, I've forgotten the name of it, but it's basically lace, but for houses that goes along, like, the edges of the
Gables?
roof. I think so.
Gabling, right?
Yeah, but it's basically immediately a grandma's house, and Alibi ends up pointing nose first directly here, and Ellie, I think at this point Ellie's gonna wake up just enough to kind of go like, yeah, Nan, hop right away from where Spella's carrying her and go running up and knocking on the door. By this point, it's probably closer to like 7:30 in the morning, which is still pretty early. So it takes a couple of... Sorry, you go.
What a nice college professor's house. Is this where the grandma lives?
She's named Nan! And eventually the door will open and this very, very old tabby cat with like streaks of white in her fur and like slowly going grey, opens the door, and before I speak, I'm going to immediately apologise because I have not had time to practice this voice or this accent. So
Just give her voices. Oh, hello, Ellie.
no, dear God, no. This is going to be all over the place. Oh, hello, Eleanor. Hello, Eleanor. This morning, what are you doing here so early? And she does kind of lean over to ruffle Ellie's hair, and then looks up and sees you guys probably waiting at the edge of the fence, and just goes, I see you've brought friends.
Pleasant to make your acquaintance, Miss Nan, is it?
The name's Miss Black, if you really must know. If you really must know. But generally, I go by Maggie.
Oh, lovely. Is Nan your middle name? And she holds out her hand to shake.
No, it's short for Nana or Grandma. And it's like, well, really grand Nana for this one here. But, no, my boy Charlie, he's her dad. So, I don't suppose you're friends of his, are you?
Yeah, we are.
Spilla does like the hand sign for sort of behind like Doc's like explanation claim.
Yeah, so that was an insight check from Nan. That was a 22. She's just gonna look at you and like, I think it might be best if all of you came inside now. And just kind of, she's still in her nightgown and everything, but she gestures you all in. And you are welcomed into, again, very much the house of a grandmother. There are thousands of photos all over the walls to the point that you can barely see the, like, floral wallpaper underneath. Everything's a little bit small and cramped and smells a bit like lavender. But if nothing else, it's very, very cozy.
Alibi has pangs of nostalgia.
What is your policy on weaponry inside the house?
Well, it wouldn't be safe without them, but I would really prefer if you didn't draw it unless absolutely necessary.
Oh no, I meant if you had like a bin or something. Some people prefer when you leave your weapons by the door. I'll just.
She's got to kind of just vaguely gesture at the door, and there is nothing but an umbrella sitting in like the little umbrella stand there. It's a little bit battered, and I think that's all the information I'm giving you, unless you feel like rolling for it.
Go, Granny, go.
No, that's fair. Spella will keep her knives.
Alright, you are welcomed in. You are plied with plenty of tea and not chocolate biscuits. They're just kind of like regular digestives, but they're still nice. And I will say, if you guys want, you can actually take a long rest here, because basically all of you have been up all night. I know that Ellie's gonna go get tucked into Nan's bed and fall asleep for the next however long, because she has also been up all night.
I would happily accept that if everybody else is okay with it.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Everybody get like fucking 6 hours. We need it.
Yeah.
Spell slot. Thank you.
So
I think
we can
I
say.
think Doc will mechanically.
Sorry, you go.
Sorry. I think Doc will mechanically take a long rest, but in reality, what she's doing is just staying up and tinkering with new things to prepare spell slots again. And not sleeping.
That's fair. But no, we can say that all of you explain at least the basics of the situation to Nan, and she kind of doesn't say anything as you are telling the story, just like listens and stirs her tea. But by the end of it, she'll just go like, yes, I understand. Well, you can rest up here until you've got a plan, and after that you better go rescue my grandson, or there will be hell to pay.
Can I use your shower?
No, yes, just through there. And
Thank you. She's gone.
Please, get your spell slots back. Please heal up. Get yourself some rest.
Remove the child residue.
Pretty much.
And she's covered in snot. Like, she doesn't hold it against Ellie, because she's based on her very small sample size, she's learned that children are rather sticky. But also, she would like to wash herself.
Yeah. This is
I think Alibi's actually gonna like talk to Fran while they're having this rest, because like he's never met this girl Like, who is this? Who is this vision? I don't know if we have to roll to see how well we get along. It's a bit of a mismatch.
I wouldn't say you have to roll for it. When it comes to, like, inter-character relationships between different PCs, I wouldn't say you need to roll. You guys can just kind of say what you generally think the relationship would be, if you can agree, though.
That's fair enough. Fran, what do you make of this tiny thing that just asked you to spin it like a bottle? What the hell?
I mean, she definitely thinks he's a bit... he's... Considering the circumstances that they've come under, it's just like, you know what? It takes all types. It's clearly he's a quirky man with a wide set of, let's call them, skills.
There's certainly no other word for them.
Fran is overestimating him. That's wonderful.
Well, I mean, skills, uses, whatever you want to call it. The fact that he just like popped out in a disguise and it was obvious to her, but everyone else seemed confused by it. She's like, all right, he's the, I don't know, the camouflager of the group, something like that.
Alibi just thinks Fran is really cool. Like, honestly, like, Fran just accepted what his biz was straight away. Like, I'm basing this off what you just said. He thinks Fran is awesome and is very happy to meet someone who doesn't question his bullshit. He also keeps going to watch Doc doing her fiddling with stuff because it reminds him of someone called a professor. And then it's kind of comforting. And also he just likes watching people doing things that they're good at because everybody loves doing that, right? I mean, it's not just me.
Cool.
It is cool. Repair shop. Great program.
Halfway through that, Doc will just like sort of hold out a vial to him and say, "Hey, this is anti-nausea. You might need it for the spinning. Like that. And just go back to focusing on it.
It's a what?
It's for the spinning. If you get nauseous, it should help with that. It settles the stomach. That's all."
Oh.
I appreciate that, actually. Yes. I should roll. I'm just going to do a con save to see how busy he felt after that.
Also,
he was
fine.
okay with it. He's
Also,
used
the
to it, he
implication-
liked it above it.
Also, the implication here being that spinning Alibi around is going to be the de facto go-to for the rest of the game.
Do they have any other leads to go
No, it's just really good.
As DM rules, like, it's already proved effective, and also I find it fucking hilarious, so I'm gonna say it will keep working to an
Okay.
extent.
That's
Yeah,
adorable.
he's
Thank you.
about to be their own personal compass.
Nobody feed him.
It's so good. But yeah, are there any other things that you guys wanted to do or talk about while you're here? I will say, if you ask the right questions, it is possible to maybe get a little more information out of Nan, but there is only so much that she knows.
If there are
sure.
embarrassing baby photographs on the wall, Alibi is looking at them.
There are so many. There are so
I'm
many.
so glad.
Admittedly, like, the truly embarrassing ones aren't on the walls. The walls are kind of a mix of much more, like, scenic photography or, like, travel and, yeah, some, like, plenty that it looks like Charlie probably took of his little family. But when Alibi takes an interest, Nan will pull out a photo album, and there are plenty of embarrassing childhood photos.
Yes, the tea. Very
Okay.
happy about this.
Yeah, like, I've got to say, like, you got ones where Charlie's just, you cannot tell he's actually a cat, he more looks like a mud monster. You've got ones where Charlie is looking very, like, standing in a dress and looking incredibly grumpy. You've got photos of, like, school plays and all that sort of nonsense.
Are there any of him doing the duct tape thing, or would because I know that Nan would not stand around to take photos at that point. Photos would have gotten taken, and they may have found their way into Nan's hands.
I think there is definitely at least one of Charlie duct taped off the ground to a flagpole or a lamppost or something.
Oh no.
He seems to be having a good time for what it's worth.
Yeah. So yeah, that sort of thing.
That's perfect. Y'all can go ham now. I'm satisfied. That's all I needed.
Fran is also honestly enjoying looking at these, but she does sort of eventually pipe in. It's like, so, not to pry, but it does seem like you know what your grandson gets up to. Do you happen to know anything about these guys?
Well, it depends which sort of guys you're talking about, because there have been more than one lot in the past. If you're talking about the most recent mishap, I know one or two things, but I was very much one to stay away from them. So there's only so much, but I do have one or two names.
Hey, anything is useful.
Well, I was told that the big nasty one is named, what was it again? Orson Jones. He runs a big shipping company, and I know that you definitely do not want to get on the bad side of him, and it's the reason that Charles was away for so long. But we thought it had died down, I guess not. He runs this big company in the middle of town. It's like Jones Shipping Incorporated, I think it was, but big. You may be able to find a building in the White Pages, perhaps.
I'm gonna have Fran roll history since, she's a sailor. She might have heard of that.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, with a 10, I'm gonna say it sounds vaguely familiar. Maybe you've stolen from them in the past?
Can I roll history?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, not that great.
With a 14, yeah, you're fairly certain you have come across this name. I think it might kind of be burned into your head as a name, as a company to avoid because of the other sort of gangs that it maybe works with on occasion. And you know that they're big trouble. With I love this, just everyone going up bit by bit. Though Doc Acne's rolls are astounding this session. All right, with a 17, Spella, you recognize the name of the company. You have read it before. You've maybe seen something about the sort of things it legally ships, and from here to there. You know it's not the biggest shipping company, but it's big enough that it does a fair few organizations from taking things here to there, generally more large shipments than smaller things, but sometimes buys space on other ships to transport this and that. With a 22, Doc, I think you've probably paid these guys before to get your hands on something explosive and or illegal. So, and in order to get in order to actually find that, in order to actually get in contact with these guys, you had to go into their offices. You happen to know where like the head office is in town.
Oh my god.
Oh, those guys. Yeah, I know where their office is for legitimate reasons.
Legitimate reasons, you say?
Fran just pats the dog on the head. It's like, we're already here. You don't gotta play with us. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I paid them for
Alibi
illegal
just
imported
believed her at
explosives.
face value. Oh, I'm so sorry. You were talking. Sam, say that again.
Oh, all right. I pay them for illegally imported explosives.
Just gotta say, you get this look from Nan where it's just, you can just tell, like, Nan Black will remember that popping up in the top corner of the screen. Sorry. Yeah, like,
Alibi was gonna take that at face value, and his expression doesn't change when she totally changes what she just said. Like, he's just like, oh okay.
look, you're all criminals at this point. No one's gonna care if you add on some more crimes to that.
At least 40% of the party is actively wanted. Approximately 90% of them should be wanted.
Yeah. The 10% is Ellie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fran has done nothing wrong in her life.
Aren't you a pirate?
That's not happened yet.
She's a sailor, okay? It's
Okay.
very legitimate.
Yep, okay.
Hey, piracy really such a crime.
Because Doc Acne has actually been into the place, I'm actually going to give you your first of the maps that I've made, which is the ground floor of Jones Shipping Incorporated. It's just going to pop up in the maps. There we go. And Doc, you have been in like that big main reception area at the top right. And you were also taken into the bottom right where there's a couple of desks and everything to have a bit of a conversation about what sort of things you were looking for, how much you can afford, and how much you can afford to pay them to be discreet about this whole thing. So you haven't been in the rest of the building, but you at least know that generalized layout.
All right.
While everybody is...
Okay, yeah.
For anyone listening after the fact, I will be putting links to all these maps in the description below.
While everybody is doing other things, Spella has her big tome out, and she is currently preparing a spell. She's shifting out one of her older ones that she wasn't using, and she's preparing a spell. She has the time to prepare it now. She is preparing Locate Object.
That's gonna be handy.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I think she tossed Place Curse because she wasn't using it, and now has decided Locate Object will be very helpful because, well, it lets you locate an object, and Spella, like, she didn't finish the job last time. She did her top goal, which is fine, but like in terms of like getting the full grade, like you gotta do all the parts of it. She doesn't like leaving things unfinished.
So all of you are definitely in this to try and rescue Vin and Charlie?
She hasn't said it outright, but yeah.
Okay, good. That means
It's like, why are you still here? And like she, like, nobody knows, but it's because she's gotta finish the thing.
Alright, that's wonderful. Alright, you guys know where to go. You know a little bit about the place. You guys have had a chance to rest, have a nap if you need it. You have had plenty of food because Nan gave you enough of that for sure. Mostly in the form of tea and biscuits, but you have had plenty of food.
Tea and biscuits are extremely restorative.
Did you all want to head off? Or was there any last things that you wanted to cover before going in?
Because I have to do this in every single episode, Spella gets a new outfit.
Yes! Okay, please tell us.
She puts up her hair with like bobby pins and stuff so that her hairstyle looks like Sailor Moon's.
Ooh! Nice.
Yeah, and then basically she has raided Nan's closet with Nan's permission. And has...
You do get a warning of... Now you better return all of those in one piece now, won't you?
And she's like, would I ever harm clothes? No. And basically she's promising, and she has, now she's pulled out a pleated skirt, which, has, like, it's a red plaid pleated skirt, and she's got, like, a white shirt with, like, the ruffles on it, and, she slings her book over her shoulder, and then she also gets a pair of, red pumps, which you wouldn't think they'd fit because she and, like, Nan are two different sizes.
Very different sizes.
They do because of rule of funny.
Yeah, pretty much.
The difference between paws and webbed feet.
Yeah, pretty much. That's amazing. Okay. Anything
actually,
else? Doc?
Well, actually, Doc has some of her spells that has one for disguising now. So she's actually going to change her outfit too, just a little bit. She actually just sort of, I think she just actually takes out a potion, pours it on her lab coat, and turns it black, so it kind of looks like a trench coat, but it is still a lab coat.
Cool. I love
Spella
that.
sees this and immediately says, wait. And then she grabs Doc Acne by the sleeve and tugs her into Nan's room. Closes the door. You hear a bunch of noises. TM.
Take over.
Exactly.
I have a spell
just you hear like a shriek and then like drill sounds.
It's a jackhammer.
A cat screaming.
Squeaky duck noises.
Yeah, Spella opens the door and Doc Acne comes out, and she looks basically the same, except for much like neater. and she's now got some jewelry, and basically the high fashion version of what she was wearing earlier.
I can't imagine Doc Acne being tidy. This is almost scandalous to me.
She looks so uncomfortable at being tiny. Like, she is making, like, this sort of scrunched up face, her arms are held at her side, like, fists are clenched.
And then Spella says, "Alright, relax."
Can I just...
Doc.
all I can think is Doc maybe looks a little bit like out of the Matrix.
I was literally just thinking that.
That's
Yeah,
awesome. Slick back hair.
As soon as Doc puts her arms down, immediately the whole outfit changes so that it's like a little bit messy, but fashionably messy. It's like, oh, I just woke up this way, but really it took 3 hours.
Can I make a suggestion? Because everybody else has had a new look, but like
Yeah, I was gonna say, Fran,
like,
please!
Fran, have a makeover!
Fran
Join in
just
with the
gets, like-
scene!
Fran gets like a new hat, and that's it.
Fran just like ran her hand through her hair and mustache. She's like, ta-da!
I'm hiding it on the other side now.
Spella looks affronted. She looks so insulted. And she says, Francine?
Wait, consider. I think Nan kind of sees this all going, like, without saying anything, just leaves the room. You hear, like, some doors opening, drawers, like, shuffling out, and then comes back and she's like, "Oh, would you lean down for me for a moment, dearie?" And then loops a tie over your head and kind of, like, so, like, now you have this, very thin and matches your outfit, but you have, like, a long tie now as well.
Oh, thanks.
Spella pulls out a hair clip and hands it to Fran and says, "This will help you keep your hair out of your face with an odd part." It's like, if you part your hair the wrong way, it's gonna flip back all the other time, even if it looks really nice. So, this is just, it's a hair clip that has, like, a little, like, fucking gem on it.
Priorities.
If you lot are going to be going and getting up to any mischief, you may as well do it in style, I guess.
Spella looks at Alibi, and then he's already got a new look.
I've already done this. I'm fine. Leave me alone.
He's like backing away into the wall.
Advancing on him.
Spella, for once, just kind of looks at him up and down and says, "I don't think there's any fixing that." And she turns around and then she sticks her nose up in the air.
Oh, there's definitely sort of a snort of harumphing-ness from Alibi's. Well, fine. Are we getting on already? We've suited up.
With no complaints, I think we're moving on, and we're just gonna fucking do a wipe to you for standing outside the building of Jones Shipping Incorporated. It is up to you whether you want to go in the back, or if you want to go in the front, where you guys are standing in front of, or creep in the back, or go through the roof, or whatever the heck you guys like. You're the ones that get to plan this heist.
I mean, no thoughts head empty, man. Like, Alibi's trusting y'all to come up with something, but most especially Doc. He seems to think that Doc is a genius, which is true.
But not about plans. Doc says, okay, so I know the layout of the bottom floor, but I can also get up onto the roof if you guys want me to. They're probably going to be keeping Charlie... And they're not going to be keeping Charlie on the ground floor.
Keeping him on the ground floor, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. Which means that we can probably. So. I don't know that any of us can just walk in the front. I think they won't recognize Alibi. Alibi, you could walk in the front.
I'd rather not. Actually, last time we tried splitting the party and that didn't come up roses. How about we just stick together this time, Chaz?
Spella opens her book and focuses very intently. And then she casts Find Object on Charlie's leather jacket.
I was wondering what object you use. Okay, please read that spell out to me so I know exactly how it works.
All right. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of the object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of you, or a kilometer. Or not a kilometer, hang on. That would be meters. 1,000 feet is about half a mile. Which is about...
It's about 300 meters.
Yeah, so, actually, 1,000 feet is about a kilometer.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
We can't do math. It's a long distance.
Look, I promise you this building is not an entire kilometer. It's cool.
Yeah, if the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close, within 30 feet at least once, which Spella has. Spella has seen Charlie's jacket multiple times. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain type of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. She is specifically thinking of this leather jacket.
Yep, that counts under apparel, so, you kind of just get the feeling of what direction it's in then?
Yeah, basically, like, it's a tug that you can follow.
Alright, you are definitely getting a tug towards this building then, and you can feel that it's reasonably close. Definitely not right next to you close, but it's well within that, 1,000 feet. So you kind of get that, like, pull towards you. It doesn't seem to come from directly, in front of you, so you are correct. Charlie does not seem to be on the ground floor. It comes from just, like, a little bit up, but because it's back as well, it's hard to figure out if he's on like the first, second, or third floor, but it's definitely not on the top 2 floors. Somewhere in the middle of the building.
Okay.
May I just make a suggestion out of character? Because Alibi is variably intelligent. I'm not sure he's smart enough to make this suggestion. Considering that Spella can fly, if she like just flew up and down, would she be able to gauge which level it's on?
Yeah, good question. Let me just double check. I want to just quickly... If my laptop wants to pecking well work... okay, so for it's it only oh no, concentration up to 10 minutes. Alright, so Spella, you don't need to roll anything for flying, do you? Ow?
Al, did you die?
What? What am I talking about?
Spella doesn't need to roll anything for flying, do you?
She does not. The only thing she has to do is unbutton her new cool fancy shirt and let it, like, fall around her shoulders. Like, this would probably be pretty cool and sexy looking if she was not, like, a bird who is a toon.
Yeah.
But she lets out her wings, and they, like, flutter, and, then she just kind of flies up.
Alright, in that case, give me a perception check, please.
Okay, this is gonna suck. Can I at least get it with advantage? Because, like, the spell...
Yeah, you know what. With advantage then.
Thank you.
You are very generous, DM. Thank you.
I want you to actually get somewhere with this. Well, that's a crit fail.
Was it 2?
That's a 19.
God.
Go with that 19. Alright, you fly up and down a couple of times, and even actually, I'm gonna say, you even managed to loop around the building once before people kind of start, like, looking up at you and go, what the heck's going on? And you see people looking out the windows of the building watching you, so you have to eventually come down in order to not raise too much suspicion. But from your flying around, you do manage to figure out Charlie seems to be in a room on the first floor, somewhere near the back of the building. So you have a pretty good idea of where he is probably located.
Spella flies down and goes over to Fran and Doc, and only them, and tells them this information.
Okay, I think we should try and get in the back then. There's a set of stairs up back there in the room with all the desks, if I recall correctly.
I will point out those are specifically the fire escape stairs, but yes, you do have access to them if you can get in the building.
Which I think, I mean, if we can get to the first floor, the back of the first floor, that's the best option, isn't it? I mean, There's stairs in the front too, but they'd be theoretically further away from where we need to go.
Yeah, there's also an elevator there, which, you know, just keeping eyes on exits and entrances.
Just like Mod's experience with stairs in D&D games, not positive.
Elevators scare me more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fran's just in the mode of like, well, they probably have people at front, and the fewer people who see us, the better. So yeah, I'd say back door.
All right. You
All
guys
right.
head around the back. You immediately notice there is... actually, no, give me perception, please. Everyone.
Yay,
Oh,
the thing
good.
I'm so
That's-
good at. I have a plus
That's
0.
Doc's best
and-
skill.
This will be a great
Hey,
time to
Doc
get
has
that
minus
new-
1.
That's
Zero.
Fuck yeah! I got a 3.
God, I love it when people manage to roll zeros.
How does
beautiful,
Doc
look at it.
actively sabotage the party, Kai? Do tell us.
Okay.
Love this.
I think what happens here is that Alibi and Fran manage to go first. And as soon as you kind of turn the corner, you notice that, yes, there is a rather large man waiting by what seems to be the fire door at the back. And, like, he's not having a smoke because he's worn, and that is a children's cartoon. However, he is sucking on a lollipop.
Also got his voice.
He's just kind of standing out back, leaning against the wall right next to some clearly marked fire doors. And you also get like a chance to notice that the doors are actually propped open just a tiny bit as he is standing there. However, you also immediately clock that this isn't just a random guy. This is a goon. He's a thug. He is someone that you probably even actually possibly either encountered him or one of his many, many co-workers as you were doing Operation Greasy Seagull. So you guys quickly back up and bump into Spella and Doc Acne. Spella, because they've bumped into you and, like, Fran is rather tall, you don't really get to see anything with that 3. However, Doc Acne, it was Alibi that bumped into you. You are rather tall. Alibi is rather short. So you're like, oh, what's up? It's like, oh, sorry, just trying to get past. Step past Alibi, go around the corner, and just kind of like, you don't see anything because you've turned around, so just go like, why are you guys backing up? And then it's a good look at you.
Oh.
Bella is
And as
hidden
this is
comfortably
happening,
by
Fran is just like-
Fran's girth.
Fred is leading down to Spella, being like, what was that you said about having a sleep spell?
And Spella she nods, but she's also hiding behind Fran just in case.
Amazing. So
Just
far,
like,
the thug
Seriously,
has
guys, what's
only
wrong?
seen you, Doc, and he doesn't seem to be doing anything, but he is watching you now.
Spella casts sleep.
Do you need to make a spellcasting check or something for that?
Yeah, you have to roll
No,
dice and see
like
if
you
their
can
HP is
literally
beneath
just say it, but I have to it sends creatures into him at roll 5d8.
Yeah.
The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect.
Oof.
You don't have to roll anything else, you can just be like, go the fuck to sleep.
Yeah,
So,
that's fair.
Please roll high. It's a meaty boy.
5d8.
27. Just enough. Well done. So, like, as this thug kind of, like, pops his lollipop out of his mouth, like, and takes a step to kind of come a bit closer towards Doc to investigate whatever the heck's going on over there, it's just, he takes a step and then he kind of keeps going forward. And he keeps going forward. Except his legs aren't moving anymore and he just onto the ground. And starts snoring like...
Oh.
Little sheep
Very
start
good.
circling his head.
Yeah.
And then Fran pats his spell on the shoulder. I knew you could do it.
Spella doesn't know what this feeling is. Like, it feels good. Like
It's
she
called
feels...
competence.
No. Specifically, it's the feeling of when someone else, like, says that they approve of something that you have done, and that they think that you are doing good. She doesn't know what this exact like thing is, It feels good. She kind of likes it.
This just describes how few times she has ever done anything that anybody else wanted to happen in her entire life. I'm sorry. I'm not
Making it sad!
No,
sorry.
it's more that not that they have approved of, but they have like actively like told her, "Hey, good job." People don't tell Spella she does a good job, even when she's done a good job.
Oh, that's why you guys were backing up. Okay, I get it now.
Any hoodle. And Fran's just gonna like casually be dragging this body into a bush or something.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Fran.
He can
I was
take
about to
a
say, are we
nice
gonna hide
little
the
nappy
body?
nap.
Like-
You could probably steal his you could probably steal his clothes and pretend to be him.
I mean, if you want.
Since that worked so well last time.
I will note this spell will last for only a minute, so do keep
Yeah,
that in
it
mind,
does.
everyone.
To
It only
tie
lasts for
him
like a
up
minute.
and gag him.
Okay, thank you. Are you stealing his clothes?
Sure, Fran can
Leave
pass
him
as
in
a
his
heavy.
fucking
She-
boxers.
This guy's having a terrible day. Like, just the worst,
That's
really.
fine. Okay.
I bet he's
so-
an intern
Yeah, well,
as well.
he may have chopped off the
Unpaid.
head to someone else, so.
Unpaid
Yeah,
intern
I don't-
gets completely naked from being knocked out and just like wakes up like, well, I should have seen this coming.
And he dropped his
he's
lollipop!
got-
This is something all goons have to be prepared for. This is just part of the job.
Yeah, it was in the
He's
job
got his
description.
heart boxers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, surely they teach you this in Goon School.
Yeah, it's like the heart boxes are like they are an obligatory part of the uniform, that like the one thing that will not get stolen when your uniform does. All right, so this is Fran with
It's an
the
honor among thieves thing.
yeah. All right, so Fran, this is the full-on makeover that you managed to kind of avoid earlier.
Yay.
You're out now in a nice, neat black suit, white shirt, and you've got a little bowler hat now.
I mean, that sounds sick
Yay.
as hell.
Yeah.
It does actually.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
You'd make it look
I'm
so
just like,
good.
Fran looks fucking amazing.
Yeah. All right. Do you guys want to just go inside? The door isn't locked or anything. It's propped open with half
sure.
brick.
I propose
it.
that we do sneak, though, at least, like roll stealth, maybe.
Yeah, everyone, please.
I say that we send Fran in first,
Yeah,
as
'cause-
she is currently disguised and also a real good meat shield.
Yeah.
If anyone
She
wants
is
to be
good at being a meat
invisible,
shield.
you can be invisible.
Oh, how many times can you cast
Yeah.
invisibility?
Twice, but that means I wouldn't be able to do any of my other good
Yeah.
spells.
I'd hang into hang on to that. We can always pretend that Fran is like taken as prisoner or something.
I mean, yeah,
Sure,
if you
sure.
want.
I'd count that as a stealth thing because we're like acting.
I reckon if you're going with prisoner, I'm gonna need you guys to roll deception versus rather than stealth, because you're
Okay.
pretending to be caught.
I have a way higher bonus for that. I'm okay with that.
I do too.
Hey, thank you. I will take that.
All right, that's a nice. So Alibi with a 19. That's an excellent performance. That's a 7 from Doc. I get the
You
feel
used
like
up all your really good rolls earlier.
on useless garbage.
Fran's not doing great either.
9 from Fran. Okay, so I think what happens is like Alibi, you are giving like not the best performance of your life, but a damn good performance. However, that 7 and that 9, Doc and Fran, it's the sort of performance that you'd expect to see from like middle school children putting on their play, like school play, where everyone, even the trees, get given a line. With a 16 speller, you give a convincing enough performance, yeah.
Is anyone there to see it though?
Okay. Alright, sorry, I'm just mentally doing a little bit of sorting out the clock. You arrived at Nan's at around like 7:30. A long rest is 8 hours, which means it's now like mid-afternoon. I think it's just after lunch. So you've probably got like a couple of just general office workers sitting in the cubicles that you can see on the map there. They kind of look up as the door opens and Fran comes in. They go, "Oh no, that's just the thug coming back in from his lollipop break." And then Alibi comes in and it's like, "Oh, that's okay, caught a prisoner." And then everyone else comes in. They take a second look at Fran. It's just, I'm going to just do a quick d20 roll here to see how much they notice. That's a 3. None of them give a shit.
They aren't paid enough for this!
Exactly. So they kind of look up and just go like, "Oh, guess that guard caught some people. All right, back to crunching numbers."
They know that you probably shouldn't be here, but they also don't care.
Yeah, pretty much.
They are hired to be the legitimate front for the shady business. They're not actually here to care about the shady business.
Pretty much.
I can see this animated so easily with like Fran and Doc like trying to do like pretending to be prisoners, but
Oh
kind of, like,
no,
bumping
we've
into
been
shit.
caught! Whatever will we do?
Woe is me!
Unhand me, you ruffian!
Yeah, I'm taking you to the big boss.
Not the big boss! Please don't do anything!
Alibi's dying inside.
This is what you get for hanging out with amateurs.
This is why it's a 19 and not like a really good roll. Like, it's just like I have to work with these amateurs.
It's not worth that big wasting your good rolls on this.
Yeah.
Alright, do you guys just head straight for the stairs?
Of course we do.
Yeah, alright.
Oh no. Woe is me. I have been captured.
Alright, you head up for the stairs, you go up one floor, and let me give you the map for the first floor.
Yay! I can't believe we even made it this far.
Yes.
Yeah, really.
Alright, you come out of those stairs into basically, you're still kind of in the stairwell. There's a door leading left and a door leading right. You guys don't know what's going on in the rest of the entire building, but can I get perception checks from everyone real quick?
Yeah,
alright.
with my plus nothing.
That went so good last time.
That's a 1!
Alibi?
It's in the wrong channel, too.
Oh, excellent job, me. I mean, the thing is, I could use a luck thing to re-roll that, but it's a 1.
It's
I love
fine.
rolling a 1.
And then
Can I
we've got...
keep it, guys?
You can keep the one if you want.
Thank you. I love rolling 1s.
Alright, with a 10 from Doc and Fran, you guys, you hear some noises of, like, clattering and stuff, and generalized talking coming from the left-hand side of things, but you can't really place it exactly. Spella, on the other hand, you were off busy having a shower when Nan was plying everyone with the half-ton of biscuits. And you can smell food. It doesn't smell like good food, but coming off from the left, you can definitely smell food.
Alright. Spella is, alright, if it's a cafeteria, which it is pretty much the only place where you'd think to smell food in a front like this, she's using logic here, then people are supposed to be in there. It will not look weird if multiple people enter that room. However, we don't know about the other hallway, and it'll look weird if more than one person enters through the other hallway. So, Spella has decided to she wants to go through she wants to follow the tug.
Now, the tug is actually pulling you off basically directly to the right.
Alright, so the tug is in the direction of the noise, but
Tug is in the opposite direction of the noise.
Okay, so Spella is understands this, and then she looks at Fran, and again she is pointedly turning her back to Alibi, and she says, "I've only got a few more minutes before I have to cast another locate object. So we have to make this quick, and I need to get in there and get out. I can't do that as part of a large group."
Okay.
So we
I don't know what else you
yeah,
offer.
understood. We are understood.
Sure.
All right. And Spella begins heading out on her own.
All right.
Wait, is this wait, is this a good idea?
I don't know, is it?
You've got like 2 seconds before she just leaves.
Spella
Listen,
stops just before the door and she says, I don't particularly care if it's a good idea. I have one job to do. My previous job was get Ellie out alive. And now my job is get dumbass Cat and Fox out alive. So, you
but
can try to stop me.
You have to
but-
you have to be alive to do that. Is the only thing.
Oh, I'm not planning on dying. Thank you for the concern. Goodbye.
Hold on. All right.
What is something
okay,
happening?
hold
I rolled a
on.
1.
Wait.
I was looking at
And Fran holds up a hand and goes, all right, Izzy. So let's come to an agreement. You figure out the room, and then you come back.
Spella thinks about this. That sounds logical and reasonable, and she does like Fran. Because Fran gives her the benefit of the doubt, and nobody ever fudging does that. So you see the gears moving in Spella's little head, and she then says, agreed. She holds out a hand to shake.
Fran shakes.
Spella then neatens out her clothes, applies some lipstick, which is weird because she has a beak, and then
Beak
walks
stick.
through the beak stick, and she walks through the door looking totally like a cross between like a cool businesswoman and like a mob, MOLL, mall.
All right. You head out of the right side of the little fire, the stairwell. Immediately to your right again is another door that is closed, and it's not really in that direction that the tug is pulling you. The spell is kind of pulling you a little bit more forward, but also a little bit to the right, so there's something off there. And there's also like a corridor leading, which pulls onto multiple big conference rooms, which you can't tell that they're conference rooms, you can just see double glass doors.
All right, so chances are it's if it's sort of pulling, it's pulling to the lower right side of the map, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, to the room with all the filing cabinets, I'm assuming.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So Spella is going to she reaches into her bag and pulls out a pair of large sunglasses, and she puts them on, and then she opens the door. And she walks in like she's meant to be there.
Cool. The moment you walk in, you notice there are 3 thugs lounging about the room. There is one very harried-looking office worker sitting in the desk in front of you, and she doesn't look too happy about the situation. And but like the other 3 thugs, you've got one lounging right next to the door, another one leaning against the wall, and another one has got his rather large butt seated in this rather small chair of the second desk in that room.
Spella walks in, she takes this in, she leans over the desk towards the harried office worker, and she says, I'm here for the MacGuffin files.
Okay, roll me deception or intimidation. Depends what angle you want to take this.
Alright, hang on, I'm looking. Intimidation. That's gonna be a flat roll either way.
Okay, cool.
Oh boy.
Love this.
Oh.
Always a good sign.
She keeps
that we
being
have.
the
Why did
face
we
when she has no skills for being the face.
Yeah.
This is why did nobody tell Alibi?
We have Alibi to do this!
Well,
All of
Spella
us
is
have
currently angry at
+5 at
Alibi,
least.
okay?
And then come back.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
but Spella is currently angry at Alibi.
to be fair, it would have been even more suspicious to walk in here and then immediately walk back out again. So
Well, I mean, she...
Delegate,
Fine,
people,
whatever.
delegate. Oh my god. That's a 12.
and that's a 14 from the office worker. Okay. So she kind of just like looks at you with the sunglasses, you leaning on her desk, and She's not happy. She's already pissed off that these 3 thugs are lounging around and making it harder for her to do her work. And she just kind of looks at you and goes like, the filing from this place isn't available to anyone today, and we've alerted all employees about that. So may I ask, who are you? And you've got all the thugs' eyes are on you now.
Yeah, Spella, she thinks quickly, and she says, she's basically what she's trying to say is that, like, she's an associate. Like, she has business to do in the building, but, like, only for today, and nobody told her about anything. Because, like, have you ever been, like, a person who comes in from another building and you're like, I just need this file, but then they're like, oh, we're sorry, we're all closed today. It was in the company email. You're not on the fucking mailing list, though, because you don't work for them. You work for the other people who are working with them.
Okay, I think you make a good attempt at that, but there's just a little bit too much bluster, because, again, you're going off a 12. And it's like...
Can I beg for a slight cutaway just for a moment?
So I think we just kind of get this
literally
moment of,
3
again, this office worker just narrowing her eyes for this teensy bit more, and then we cut back to the stairwell.
She did what? And you didn't tell me?
I thought you were listening.
I was definitely not listening.
That seems like a you problem.
It's an
I'm
us
pretty
problem.
sure Stella's the worst liar on the team.
Okay, quick, I need something to work with. Is there a coffee machine?
You're right next to the cafeteria.
I mean, like, you're in a stairwell, but I've got to say that, like, by this point, going off your passive perceptions, maybe you can smell a little bit of coffee coming from the left-hand side of things.
Okay, I need to get 3 or more coffees stat. Like, that just needs to happen. How do I make that happen?
I mean, presumably you could just sort of, like, go in there and get stuff.
Like, yeah, if you, I'm gonna say, like, on the map, if you go left and then left again, that's actually the little kitchen area, and there is a cook clattering around in there, but you do see, like, a half-full coffee pot in the corner as well.
Okay. At perceiving this, and then instead of going off on his own thing, he's actually going to consult the others. Okay, so my plan is get coffee, put coffee in cups, go in there, pretend I'm a new intern or gopher or something, and appease them all with caffeine.
Okay, good idea. I think maybe though that we should let Fran get the coffee because she's dressed like a thug, and they might think she's the right person to be there. Like, she's a goon.
I love you eternally. You get a big smack on the cheek. Of the kiss variety, not the other sort. Fran, please do this wonderful idea. I love this.
Alright, I'm gonna need you just to make oh god, what fucking role would you do for this?
I mean, is performance a thing?
Performance,
or am I
deception.
Is performance a thing, or am
I
I
was gonna say,
thinking? Yeah, performance.
like,
Performance
Yuni,
is
what
definitely a
role do
Performance.
you think that Fran should be doing here?
Let's see.
Because I'll let you make an argument for basically anything that makes sense.
Roll for coffee.
Yeah, I'd say she can do either deception or performance, just like trying to look like, you know, part of the group. Another Monday. Here we go. How's the kids?
Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, give me the roll.
That were the
Have
children
advantage.
that you carry pictures of
Oh,
to
thank
your
God.
mom's
Thank you.
connection.
I'm glad you said that. Right
Yeah, I was gonna
before
say, have
rolled.
advantage because you're in a guard uniform. You're in one of the goon uniforms with a 24. Yep, like the cook kind of like gives you like glances at you coming in and then doesn't even bother and just goes like, don't I know it? And you can easily grab some mugs and fill them up with coffee and head back.
Oh yeah, she grabs a few, grabs one for herself and then a few for the guys back in the room.
Just like balancing all those mugs at once.
She's got big beefy arms. She can do
She's
it.
not a fucking octopus.
Hi, NG. I didn't know you were appearing in this game.
Alright. Just looked in through the window to
Hello.
deliver that line.
No, it's okay. Alright, and I'm guessing you hand them off to Alibi, and Alibi, do you go chasing after Spella?
Absolutely. Fran, likewise, you get a kiss on the cheek, and he takes a deep breath and goes in. However, I somewhat hijacked your game. I'm sorry. We have been going for an hour and a half.
No, I was about to say that, like, as Alibi walks, like elbows open the door to go into that room, we're going to cut to an intermission, if everyone's good with that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep. Everyone, refill water bottles, do any stretches, do all the stuff you need to, and we'll be back in like 5 to 10 minutes once everyone's here and ready to go again.
Don't mind me. I'm going to come up with a voice for this invented character in the next 2 seconds.
Have fun! Alright, guys, see you in a bit.
Okay. Bye, second. In a bit. Wow, my words just fell apart there. I love this game, though. Ah.
So quiet.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, hey, here's a left gallery.
Hi, you. I don't know what that noise is, but I enjoy it.
Is me. It's my face making noises. Hi. Hi, Stavs.
Also, Mod, it's been forever since we just fucking got to sit and talk, so I'm sitting here enjoying your mouth noises.
Oh, God, what does a husky talk like? Shit. I'll come up with something on the spot and it'll be terrible.
I'm just picturing that it sounds like Doge.
Well, that's it. I'm trying to avoid that because I don't want to trigger Kai with the hello. It's like, no, don't use that word. Don't.
Hello.
Like, hello would
My
be
name is
hilarious, but again,
Alibi.
I will murder you.
Would hero be? No, that's even worse. I hate that. I hate that personally. No, that's no good.
Yeah. Maybe just be like, I don't know.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. I'm very excited because I'm a dog.
If I could do a Canadian accent, that would be great, but I can't. Despite
Maybe
having
just-
lived there for 2 years.
You could do like a fucking like a sleepy voice.
Oh,
Cause like
nah.
the picture you drew has the eyes closed.
What? No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
It
it
shouldn't.
does. Well, the drawing has
Oh,
like the
the
eyes
squish
open.
face does.
Yeah, you could do like the squish face and then have it be like, "Hello, I brought you coffee."
Nah.
He's gotta have hyper puppy energy to
I
get
was-
Speller out
I
of
was
this
gonna
fix. I'm just
say-
like going in there with full on. You know the person that you work with that just makes you happy, like somehow makes everything better. I
Oh,
need
then-
to break in with that so that they. Kind
How
of
about
loosen
Scooby
up.
Doo? Have you tried like?
Yeah,
No, I can't.
Let me know when I'm gonna
you have
start
to
and I'll
channel
shut
like
the-
they have a color coordinated planner, and I made sure to like bring your favorite, and I got an extra shot of caramel just because I know you like it.
That's it. Like I know what the material is. I'm just like, what the hell is the voice? I think it's just gonna come out and it'll be bad. So I apologize in advance. Also, fun fact: this character has an unlockable secret if it is possible or required. So we'll find out later.
Alibi slightly to the left.
Alibi. Well, it's what's it called? Fenry, but slightly to the left.
Oh, like Fenrir.
Yeah. I mean, the name was
Oh!
invented today in the art channel because I was like, what is this character called? It's soft and fluffy, and someone came up with Fenry. Oh, what was it? It was something like Hastel. Fenry Hastel.
But it's good. It's a cute name.
Good Apocalypse Doggo.
Yeah, we
You-
love
you
Fenry.
big dog.
Hey yo.
Who's a good boy?
God, I would absolutely love to see Alibi like try to do a boof, because like it would not be very deep.
Woof. I'm just having fun doing this now.
Just making some noises.
The fun thing with like all of Alibi's, that is Delta's disguises, they're all kind of supposed to be facets of what he's really like. So this is actually the small part of him that is a happy wagtail.
Oh, that's
Happy
good.
does have that.
wagtail.
That's so cute.
From all of us to you, we wish it was our wagtail so we could wagtail too.
Huh.
I am genuinely in the mode of like, I'm so heavily attuned to like, I want to pet puppy that it's. I just want to have Fran reach out and pet him on my behalf, but also Fran knows he's not puppy.
I mean, this goose is so touch starved. He'd probably be just delighted, frankly.
Okay.
Oh,
Sometimes a fox is a puppy.
Yeah. And sometimes it's a feral thing that will bite you on the hand, and it's not a good idea. But
Yes, there's multiple versions.
which part was Brock? Brock was the version of Gladstone. Who's Gladstone? Who's that? Delta. Who
Gladstone.
occasionally has like parental instincts. This happened particularly when in exposure to his nephews. It's not a huge part, but it does exist.
I'm a responsible adult.
No, responsible. No, careful.
Oh
Want to look
god,
after
no,
me.
yeah. Yeah.
it's the cool uncle instinct.
Alibi is the sort of untrustworthy but cool uncle, like the one that you would never take the advice of, but you kind of like him to be around at family reunions because he's fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But terrible advice, just don't take it.
Yeah, no.
The one who probably knows how to hotwire a car.
Absolutely does. Did it by accident once with magic.
By
The way
accident.
that you hotwire a car is you take the car and you make it real hot.
That's my understanding. Is that not how you do? I have been doing it wrong my whole life. That's cool.
Wait, you've been hotwiring cars your whole life?
Moving on. Are we all back?
I think we are.
Let me get the window then. Just so that I
Yeah.
don't have to kick the table again.
No.
I'm very clumsy.
I am too. I feel
Coming
you.
from
Like I
being
collide
ill,
with
and
so
also
much
dead.
shit every day.
Alright, but we've got everyone here.
Sound off. Who isn't here?
From that resounding silence, I think we've got everyone. Alright, so, Alibi, or Fenry, You are barging into a room with coffee.
Hi, sorry. Oh, you wanted the caramel? Who's the caramel? Was it you, the caramel?
One of the guards raises their hand.
Good. Yeah. Oh, hi. How are you? Is there anything else you need me to do? Does anybody else need a drink? Oh, Mr. Linen. Hi. Did you get the files yet? They really need those.
I'm not. I'm being held up
Oh, that's a shame. I can't do
by
anything about that.
bureaucracy.
Oh, you, lady in charge, complimentary donut day. Here you go.
Where did you get the donut?
I am going to prestidigitate a donut.
Yeah, go ahead, fair enough.
Donate.
Isn't it going to come apart, like, the moment she bites into it?
No, that's good, because then you have to stop her from doing it. It's a bit.
Press to donate.
Prestidigitate. This was probably a poor idea, but it just happened, I guess.
I like how
I mean,
you
no,
could have
wait,
said,
no.
"Oh, I pulled one from the hammer space."
Yeah.
Oh dear. No, I've already strung this noose. However, there is a sort of get out. So prestidigitation lasts for 10 minutes. This donut will exist for 10 minutes.
Okay, that's fair. It will exist for 10 minutes, or this is partially magic rules, partially DM says so. The moment that she tries and bites into it, it will just poof into a cloud of like sparkly smoke, as magic as does.
That's the free part.
Yeah, alright. So, like, she does gratefully take the coffee and the donut and does seem to be in a slightly better mood now. And explains again, like, I did say before, like, the archives are closed for today. Sorry, we did send the memo around.
Oh, you aren't helping? Oh, then I have to take the donut back.
The memo didn't reach me. I work with an associate company. This is...
Well, associates or otherwise, I can't let you in today. Sorry.
But if you don't let her in, I can't give you the donut. It's in my contract.
It's like, you can kind of see this moment of hesitation of like, oh wait, no, she wants the donut, she wants the delicious sugar, and then it's just like, no, I was like, I probably don't need the carbs anyway, sorry, Big Boss says so. Can't go in there today.
Can I roll persuasion? Because
Right,
I got
so-
big puppy eyes.
Roll to resist the
Between you
donut.
You can roll if you can roll persuasion if you want.
I want to try.
Yeah, you want to try.
Big
Between
puppy
you
eyes.
Between you and me, we don't have to tell anyone that you let me in there. I can tell a fib and say that I got the files yesterday or even the day before, but I need them today because otherwise that's my head on the line.
Okay, I'm ignoring Spella, but just like oh, that's not great.
15.
I'm gonna use a luck point. I need this to work good. Please be good.
21. Okay.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Yeah, I think that's enough that, like, okay, she obviously does not like Spella. Spella, you have gained a new enemy. Congratulations. Unnamed office worker now hates you. However,
The most dangerous
Join
enemy
the
of all.
fucking line.
however, as Alibi goes pulling the puppy dog eyes, she just kind of like switches from glaring to. Look, even if I wanted to let you in, I couldn't. The big boss has locked it for the day, and only the big boss has the key. And that's why these three are here. And kind of just like tilts her head towards the goons.
Oh, that's okay.
Stella
We
holds
can
up
go
a
and get
bobby
the key.
pin.
I
Sorry, what
wouldn't.
did you say?
Spella holds up a bobby pin.
No. That's not how legitimate.
I think like the guard that was leaning on the wall next to the door stands up and directly stands in front of the door now. Another one kind of just like cracks his knuckles. So
I need that file.
It's
They
okay.
just
we will
stick-
come back with the key, won't we? Because we work for the guy who owns the key. Let's go and get the key.
Sort of elbowing in a subtle way.
I need that file. Fine. God. You're going to make me waste an hour. I hope you're happy.
And I think you guys get out of there before the office worker gets to actually say anything. She just kind of watches after you and just like shakes her head.
She's seen weirder.
She's seen weirder. Working at
I
this
will bring
place,
back
yeah.
the donut. I will bring back the donut and the key. See you soon. Bye, 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 bye.
Maud, I just want to say that's the best voice. So
I just channeled every husky I've ever met.
you became husky in that
I'm
moment.
the husky. I am Fenrir.
Oh, good.
The
I'm using
only,
this
the
character
only
again.
thing you needed to make it a perfect husky cosplay is just to start screaming.
I mean, it may have worked to drown out Spella, because Spella was not helping there.
Noah
Oh
Woo.
my gosh. I think the second the door shuts, you just get the the contorted hand gesture of, what the hell?
Trying to fucking bobby pin the door when you've got 4 people there. Spella, please. Are you even
When all you
proficient
have
with
is a
thieves'
hammer.
tools?
All
Anyway,
you've got is a hammer.
you'll meet back up in the stairwell with the other 2.
Well, we got out alive.
Fran is
Turns out
sipping
the
her
boss
coffee.
man has the key. Oh, you're just drinking coffee. Oh god, Doc on coffee, can you imagine?
Oh gosh.
Doc is drinking coffee that she has poured hot sauce into. She's a menace.
She's picked that up from a rather weird place that she doesn't quite remember.
Again, it's hot coffee.
I was just
fun
gonna
fact.
say, I thought that maybe Doc just sort of naturally synthesized caffeine, like, as part of their, like, metabolic processes or whatever.
Fun fact for those of you who listen to things with the engineer and his horrible sense of taste, and because of the coffee thing, nobody asked me to do this. I was just curious. I ended up putting Tabasco in coffee just to see what it was like.
And?
It's not advisable. Let's carry on.
It tastes bad.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize the engineer did that. I'm sorry. I forgot about that.
No, I was gonna say maybe Doc Acne picked it up from the engineer when they were like all on the never-ending train together.
Did they encounter each other in the hot chocolate carriage? I can't remember. Anyway, sorry
No,
about
no.
that. But Doc is on caffeine. Wow, the stakes have just been raised.
And Fran goes, "Oh, you made it back in one piece. Good job, guys."
He's definitely in the room.
Yes, but we can't get in without the key, and the boss man has the key. I also sort of promised a donut, and the fact that we would return with the key, legitimate key
I was
to get in.
literally 2 minutes away from getting in through the door, and you had to come in and act like a happy-go-lucky.
You were 2 seconds away from being annihilated. So let's just regroup and reconsider what we're going to do.
Okay, so you want to go find the key from the boss man, Mr. Jones, but after we get the key, we also can't just very well walk out of the room with Charlie and Vin, can we?
I want to go in and cast Ice Knife.
We can't commit mass murder every time. Let's just consider the possibility that if we have the key, that will substantiate our authority in entering the room and doing whatever we want in there.
It's
and there
not
may be a way out.
mass murder. I only want to get rid of whoever stands in my way.
That is 4 individuals at the very least.
Well, I think if you start waving an ice knife around, at least 2 of them will leave.
At what
Fran
point?
lays a hand on Izzy's shoulder and goes, "Remember what we talked about? You were supposed to just find the room and come back." You shook on it.
I don't like when I can't finish something.
So we're going to finish it once we come up with the next part of the plan. Doesn't all have to go at once, babe.
Babe.
I wanted to do it myself without any idiot foxes, just so that I could prove that I could do it, and I wasn't planning on actually leaving someone I knew to their death.
And Fred is just like, hey. You're the one who got the kid out of there. You don't need to,
I did, but does that count
anything.
for anything? No, it doesn't. Oh, so you said, oh, you could kill him or whatever. Like, I would have said they could, steal one of my fingers if it had gotten Ellie out of the room, but no. And
Is this really the time or the place for this? All right, fine. I extend my apology. This perhaps was a misplaced piece of anger that I had, considering how badly the entire thing went and how maybe I could have contributed more to the situation. But let's just be present and aware of where we are, and maybe
actually
not
didn't.
have an argument in this corridor outside the door that we just came out of.
I actually didn't hate you, which was a new feeling. I felt moderately not terrible being around you, and then you have to go and say that you don't trust me when we barely know each other. I shouldn't feel like, Fran, we're leaving.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Uh,
Woof.
And if Fran is just like if anyone like is coming into the stairwell, she gives them a look like, office drama.
You know
Alibi
how
doesn't want this drama either. He doesn't know where this came from.
you know how it is when you capture a group of protagonists and they decide to have like a feelings gig.
guys,
Right now.
Yeah, I was gonna
People
say.
are just like,
I think there's like.
so why is Spella weird? And I'm like, she's a multifaceted character with a 0 in personal self, like, understanding.
God.
So what are we actually like doing as a party? Because we do need to like progress the game.
Yeah, let's actually like talk out of character for a minute to figure out what we're doing.
Still like the idea that Spella is attempting to drag Fran into the cafeteria.
Why? Why are you going to the cafeteria?
Food.
Because Spella thinks that Fran is the only one on her side and does not want to look at Alibi.
Oh my god, Spella, please, please, just...
Drama.
No, we don't want drama, we want to save Charlie!
Emotionally, she is a 13-year-old girl in middle school.
Anyway, I'm just...
Fran just holds up a finger to Alibi and goes with Spella into the cafeteria to go get a donut.
I think
Sometimes
Alibi
that's
just
what you
suddenly
need.
screams into Doc Acne's chest, like, just...
This is not the
Doc,
kind of.
who is just
Go ahead.
vibrating with discomfort and caffeine at the moment. Like, have you ever? I've been in a situation I think where like two friends are yelling at each other, and you don't really want to take sides.
Yeah.
And you're just like you're. But
Yeah, Fran is just like, all right, Spella didn't get to eat this morning because she was showering, and maybe once she eats something, she'll calm down, and then we can just focus on rescuing two people who have been kidnapped by the mafia.
Priority!
Spella would be insulted, but you're not fucking wrong.
Oh my
She is
God.
very hungry right now, and she's also kind of tired.
Hypoglycemia is a nightmare, okay.
I can say that as someone who woke up at 9, hasn't eaten, and is getting the shakes.
Ow, why
Oh,
didn't you
no.
eat breakfast? You just had
That
to
was
wait
9 a.m. and I wasn't hungry then.
Why didn't you
Why
get
didn't
something
you
during the
grab
break?
something
Well, that's
during
why we
the
have
break?
breaks. Ow!
Why
I
do we...
wasn't hungry during the break.
Ow!
something now?
Go get a fucking muesli bar or something. We are putting this on pause for a couple of minutes while you get yourself some fucking food.
Break two,
Alright, fine,
everybody.
give me a second.
Get out of here and eat something, you nutcase.
God.
Oh, no wonder I was having to deal with that. I'm now like, oh, this makes so much sense.
Are you okay?
You don't need to do character acting. I'm just, method acting. Oh, no. No. Oh my god. I'm gonna go back to being a husky. That was a happy place. Hi.
Everything's good and fine.
That was a very good
Who wants to play?
place.
Who wants to play? You want to play fetch?
Go fetch the key.
Yeah, fetch.
Fetch the key and bring it back.
You all don't know where the key is, but...
No, exactly. I mean, we do have locate object again,
Yeah.
but we haven't seen it.
Yeah,
That worked.
so you don't actually know what... Yeah, you won't be able to find it. I will
At
say
what point do we start exploding the building?
there are still
we can-
another 4 floors that you guys haven't explored yet. So that is something. Or you could kind of just go sit in the cafeteria. There's still, like, food left out in the bain-marie there, so you could just grab a plate and sit down on the long tables.
Just have lunch and delay the game again.
No, that's not a bad idea. Like, if we all sat down at a table, we might be able to eavesdrop.
Yeah. To be fair, it is past the main lunch hour, so there are only, like, a handful of employees loitering around in here, either eating late or, like, some of them with papers scattered in front of them, working while they chow down, but, alright, yeah, no problem. Mods had to duck out. So, Fran, Doc, how you doing?
Doc is, I mean, as I mentioned, Doc is viscerally uncomfortable with the atmosphere in this adventuring party, but
I'm so sorry,
I
Doc.
am very uncomfortable with the energy we have created in the studio today.
I'm back.
no, I mean, Samaranth is loving this, but Doc is.
Oh yeah.
Poor Doc.
Fred is just like Fred has tried to be like, all right, this is, you know what, they can work it out, and then it's becoming increasingly clear that this is getting in the way of them actually saving the people. So she's like, all right, okay, all right.
Fran, I swear you're gonna get a bonus or something. For again, saving everyone's ass at the last minute.
I mean,
I am here.
Yeah, Fran is.
Have you got food?
Yeah, if you can hear.
Okay, good.
good, have a food. Suggestion from me, who is not exactly a player, but is still listening in.
From Vin's Ghost.
Yeah, Vince Ghost is like one of the best things about once you're already inside a building is that people will generally assume that you're meant to be there. So especially if you walk fast and look like you know where you're going. So really, it would be totally possible to rapidly walk through the next few floors looking for somewhere where a key might be, and then when you've found it, like, doing something similar to what just happened and just, you know, again, just being extremely confident and then getting it. And that might
Don't know if
be
that's gonna fly for getting a key though.
true, but it would at least let you find where something, like...
True. I can also play dumbass who got into the wrong room by accident. You know when you walk into the wrong lecture theatre and you're
Oh,
like, oh
God,
shit, oh
yeah.
sorry, my bad.
It's like, oh, I would like to die now, please. If I
Yeah.
could plummet to the centre of the earth.
They're doing that on purpose until we find the right room.
I mean,
Stella,
yeah, that would work.
It's
Stella
also a
finishes
running
her
gag,
donut.
which is very toony. Open door. Oops, sorry. Open door. Oops, sorry.
when being big puppy energy, everyone's just like, oh, he's the new intern. He's trying his best.
Yeah.
The new intern at our crime facility.
What the like? Fenry didn't even have to say who he was or what he was doing. It's just like coffee. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just accepted.
Cherry
Again,
coffee or a yellow jacket, and you can get in anywhere.
clipboards are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doc.
Alright, so everyone's managed to get some food. It's not great food. It's the sort of food where a lot of it is baked for a lot of it is made for a lot of people at once, just so everyone's full. But it's not bad food.
You know,
Giant
like a
vats of
cafeteria.
Yeah, pretty much.
Spella finishes her donut, and then she recomposes herself, and you see the mask of like a perfect logical person go right back on, and she says, "I'm sorry, I'm not myself when I'm hungry."
We do not need to advertise chocolate here.
Mars paying us.
They better.
I will make it up to you by finding the key. I have a couple more uses of find object, and there can only be so many keys in a building, so...
You'd be surprised.
There's a lot of
everyone
rooms.
has a pair of house keys.
Bella, you don't have to do this by yourself. You don't have to prove anything.
You say that, but then I don't prove anything, and everyone assumes they're right, so... I'm going to prove this. I am the last time that I did not prove something that I knew. I lost my best friend.
Well, that's a shame, but I'm sure he wouldn't want you to put yourself into extremis for...
How the hell did you know that he was a male? A man?
I was guessing. I'm rather good at it. I'm sorry to make the supposition.
Well, it was a boy. I would hesitate to call him a man because he wasn't very old. And anyway, feelings are stupid. Let's go get this key.
I heartily agree.
Alright, I will tell you right now, Spella, your plan of locate object ain't gonna work. Because
There's so many keys in this place.
A, there's so many keys in this place. B, you say describe or name of an object that is familiar to you. This key is not familiar.
No, it's not specifically this key, but like she could be like, I'll just look for keys, and then like every single key lights up in the area.
Oh no.
There's a lot, because you've got like all the keys to the various offices and everything. You've got people's like house keys and car keys that they've got in their pockets. You've got keys for filing cabinets.
Ring of keys for the various office doors that they are in charge of.
Yeah, there's stuff for filing cabinets. There's keys fucking everywhere.
Yeah, Spella immediately gets a headache.
Okay. That doesn't seem to be working. On the pretext of it looks like Spella has a migraine immediately. Doc, you're good at making little robots that go around places. Is it possible that we could have another set of eyes and ears on the case? It may be helpful. I don't know.
Interesting. I can make little robot. I mean, remote communication's a little bit difficult. If I had more time, that's kind of a better robot than I have the materials to make right now. I can try if you want me to.
We can always leave it down to luck. I personally have a preference for that. It seems to work out rather well. Unless, Fran, you have some bright ideas. You do have bright ideas, don't you? Please say you do.
I mean, you said it, man. You're the face.
Yes, but Charlie was the brains.
Just spin the stupid fox.
How do we have to do that? Everybody will see.
We spun you last time and it worked.
Yes,
We'll
but
spin
we
you
went to-
again.
At least let's go to a washroom or something. Or a cupboard. I mean,
Oh, for the love of... She takes his hand and then gently leads him around in a circle.
oh.
You do get like a couple of looks, but they were more kind of bored. Like the looks of someone who is very bored, doesn't really want to get up again, while eating their food, has nothing else to watch, and there's movement going on over there. But that's about it.
And
Alibi
Spella
was
says,
going to try and pass this off as like being shown the ropes as a rookie, but like he's too flustered. Hand hold.
Spella then says, stop when you feel it's the best time.
What? No, I don't want. No. Oh, okay, fine. What do I do? Like Kai.
Basically, what I'm trying to set up is that Spella is going to drag him through the building along with the rest of them, and then whenever they get close to the room with the key, Alibi's natural Delta luck or whatever will cause him to trip or stop.
I love that.
That's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, one thing I will actually say at this point in time is, for now, you're being dragged around the cafeteria. You get this sense, and as you feel everyone kind of watching you, because, again, while these people started off kind of bored, now they're wondering what the heck that duck is doing, dragging that dog around the cafeteria in circles, and you can just feel yourself, I know that you are not particularly, someone to get easily embarrassed, but also, you can just feel it rising as this keeps going on.
You wanna leave.
So, at some point, it's, handhold, very nice. No, you've got to stop. This is enough. Stop here,
Okay,
please.
he says, "Oh, thank you. Now I understand. Yes, Yes, now I understand. Thank you very much. I will go and investigate the events that precisely overlap this little bit that you were showing me around on the lower floor so that I wouldn't get confused. Thank you very, very, very much.
I was gonna say it wasn't actually the
And
air vent. It
whatever
was.
direction that he goes in should be the right direction, so Spella just crosses her arms and waits.
I was
I
gonna
mean,
say.
like, maybe they just stop in the right direction.
Yeah, no, what I was going to say was, like, you stopped and you happened to stop right outside the main doors for the cafeteria up at the top section of the building, like the double doors there, which happened to lead out to, like, the little atrium area where there is someone waiting for the elevator. One of the goons, in fact.
Oh, good. Okay. So, like, how many of us are going? Like, is it all 4 of us?
I don't think we should split up.
No, I don't think we should split up.
Yeah.
Splitting up would be a bad
like,
idea.
Fran and Doc, like, let them do their roundabout, but as soon as they, like, head for the doors, Fran's like, alright, back to work, and follows after them.
Also, you're our official goon TM, so you should definitely be.
Alright. You guys just, like, stand in front of the elevator with this other goon for now, and just kind of, like, waiting there. The goon gives Fran, like, a little nod and everything, and just kind of continues waiting, and then finally, ding! Steps inside, the goon waves, like, a little key card past a reader, and presses a button for the 5th floor. Do you guys go in? Do you do anything?
Oh, absolutely,
Go
we
in
follow.
with them, yeah.
Yeah, alright, you guys are all
We are
headed
going to the same floor. That is good. That is good.
Yeah, the guy just
Spella
kind of...
leans against Fran.
Alright.
Like, some people have noticed that Spella has a tendency to be like not. I'm like, she's touchy-feely in that she doesn't like care about like that sort of nicety type thing. But it isn't to any specific person. If she starts to trust or get used to anyone, suddenly they are fair game to lean against, to steal hats from, to bother, basically. So if you are being like absconded with by Spella, it means she trusts you.
Aww.
Kidnap, affectionate.
Exactly. Which is why now Fran is like, why is the bird leaning on me? And it's because you've reached friendship level 3 with Isaspella.
Actually, as someone who knows someone who keeps domestic geese, I absolutely can confirm this. Definitely a thing. I don't know about ducks though.
That's very good.
Ducks are very similar.
Alright, it's a bit of a slow ride up in the lift because it's a little bit clunky, but it definitely works. And you all head up, and then eventually doors open, ding, and the thug steps out. And you guys I get to now show you the map for level 3. So give me just a moment to upload that.
Wasn't it 5?
Not level. Yeah, true. You are correct.
Oh, why did you roll a 2? That's a 2. Why did you roll a 2?
Fran was trying to like just stealthily notice if the guy had any important looking keys on him, but she rolled a 2, so clearly this guy doesn't.
Really, you rolled a crit fail, so like.
Yeah.
I could be really mean and say that you're pretty sure this guy has a key on him. But for the sake of moving things forward, because we're 2 hours into this game, I won't.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Doc, we did see he had a key card. But
Yeah.
well,
Ain't
actually,
gonna work.
okay.
May I
did the
volunteer
goon-
something for the Nat 1? I'm sorry, I just thought of it.
Yeah, go ahead.
The goon sees Fran looking at, like, the waistband area, I would guess, and thinks that Fran is checking them out.
You see him kind of like raise an eyebrow for a sec, realize, and gives this little nod, and kind of just like little nods his head, lifts his hat up to smooth his hair back.
And now it's awkward.
Ella
You're
casts
welcome.
Ice Knife. No. That's a joke. I am not actually casting Ice Knife.
You better not, or I'm going to suddenly cut the cable of this elevator and send it plummeting back down to the ground floor.
Everybody dies, game over.
By the
Guys,
way,
the end.
By the way,
by the way,
By the way.
did the goon that we knocked out have a key card that Fran would now have?
ooh, probably.
You're a genius.
Search
I knew
your
this already.
pocket, Fran, please give me an investigation to search your pockets if you so choose.
Sure.
I think we choose?
Oh, hey.
19. Yeah, as you are padding around, you do actually feel like this thin slip of plastic, which you pull out, and oh, that's a key card that looks rather similar to the other thug's key card. Which is good timing, because the lift goes ding, and you arrive at the top, and like I said, you are now on the 5th floor. You enter out into this nice, very fancy-looking atrium. There are very plush-looking leather couches either side, some little plants, some coffee table sort of thing, and right in front of you are 2 glass doors and another little key card reader at the side. The thug kind of gives you, like a whole...
Finger guns.
Yeah, like finger guns and like a little nod and kind of sort of like see you later sort of thing to Fran.
Gives him a finger gun.
Yeah.
That was exactly what Alibi looks like when he was attempting to flirt with that security guard.
It's not that discreet.
But yeah, so the
I miss all
Or
that.
you weren't that in this. Spella just kind of shuts up because, like, you were in fact not that. You were in fact that indiscreet.
Me, personally, Sarah agrees with you. However, this guy. Let's move on, though.
Alright, the thug steps out of the lift and heads over towards some glass double doors where there's another key card reader, taps his card, goes through the doors, and then they swing shut again, and he kind of vanishes into one of the offices there.
And Fran elbows Alibi a little bit.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. What do you need? Am I on again? What am I supposed to do?
Spin.
Oh,
Fine. But, like, all 3 of you just kind of put a hand to him and spin him on the spot. Like, Beyblade this fox.
Can I get a con save to see how dizzy you get?
Yep. Let's do that. Doc gave me something to help with it.
That's a 21.
21.
Okay, you're fine.
Yeah. I stop and go ba-ding in exactly the right direction, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. You wind up pointing directly ahead of you towards the double doors, and whatever lays behind those walls.
Ominous.
Alright, Fran goes out with her key card that she's had this whole time.
Okay. Which of us did Mr. Jones see the last time that we did this? I don't think he saw me. He did see Spella, right?
Yeah, Spella for certain. I don't think he actually got a good sight of anyone else. The only thing, like, he would have had some vague descriptions of Fran and Doc from his thugs, but otherwise Spella's the only one he knows for sure.
So, Fran will turn to Spella and say, like, alright, so, I can hang out with you out here while we let them go in, because definitely got a good look at your face. We don't need him getting alerted.
Acceptable. We can sit here and talk shit.
Oh yeah, office gossip.
Yeah. I also have nail polish if you would like to bond.
Oh hell yeah.
I mean, like, there are nice comfy couches there for you guys to sit on, so...
So, I mean, obviously I'm the chirpy
Girls
intern,
supporting
but
girls.
what is Doc's specialty? Why are we going in? Who are you in this context?
I'm the slightly more senior intern that got tasked with babysitting you for the day. Does that make sense? Or
And we're going to see the boss.
okay,
Why?
that's a good point. The boss. Okay. Okay.
So you two girls can contribute. I'm just brainstorming.
Spella has
Hi,
uncapped the nail polish and is already painting Fran's nails.
Okay, forget about that then.
And Fran's like, I mean, you can either go in honest and say you're here to, extract more info from the rubes, or you need to get into that room for the files that are in there.
Or I could cast sleep again.
That one. Let's hold off on that as an emergency plan C or D or maybe Z.
yeah.
I mean,
okay,
if there was ever a time to cast Ice Knife.
Do
Well,
not
I
go
would,
casting.
but my hands are full. And she holds up the nail polish.
I wonder who
Hi.
you're speaking to there.
Use the nail varnish.
She talks
But, like, out of
directly to
character,
the dungeon master because fuck you.
Okay, fair.
Out of character, like, what would be a good ruse here? Because, like, I'm coming up short. I used up all my face energy. I'm sorry, my
Okay.
I was gonna ask.
I'm saying coffee and donuts from the Excitable Husky.
I mean,
I-
that's a net. Yeah, I can still do that.
I genuinely like don't see why like if depending on how many people are in there, that like going like cast like sleep is not a good idea.
The downside
There's
is
like 20 people in there?
yeah. The downside is it's like so far the only person that you know for certain is there is one of the thugs. You don't know about anyone else in any rooms or anything, and you can't see in well enough to know what's going on.
Oh, fair enough.
I assumed this was a penthouse and there was like one person in there.
Have you not looked at the map?
Yeah.
I
We're on
looked at the
third
map
floor. It's not
earlier.
the
We only
penthouse.
have the map of the first 2 floors.
No, you've got the
We have
fifth
the
floor
fifth
right there.
floor.
God, I can't read.
I'm picking read.
I don't know.
My name is
I feel
fucking
like
Jared 19.
I feel
but
like Jones is gonna. Sorry.
I was gonna say the reason that sleep wouldn't be the greatest idea is because it only works on so many hit points. So you don't know how many people there are. You don't know how many hit points they'll have.
Okay, no, fair enough.
It's fair.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think this is a Blaggett moment.
Doc, you were
I feel
saying
like
something?
Doc just looks so cool. Like, you gotta have something you can use that for.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, when Doc has come here for her, purchasing needs, what kind of people has she talked to or met? Is there anyone in particular that she...
It's mostly the people that you talked to mostly were first the kind of you've talked to the receptionist. The receptionist led you down to that little area out the back that you guys actually first came through in this game, and there was someone that came down and she looked very put together. She looked very fancy, very sharp. And had like a clipboard and some it wasn't a clipboard, it was one of those like binders, and flipping through and asked you a whole bunch of questions and everything of like hypothetically and like in which case, and sort of talked in a very roundabout manner, so she absolutely could not be held accountable for anything if you were, say, a cop recording the conversation. But she definitely seemed to be someone that radiated in charge vibes. Maybe not in charge of everything, but definitely a higher up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does anybody have charm person prepared?
No.
I don't trust that spell, so I never took it.
Yeah. Oh, the one other thing I will tell you, Doc, is the name that she gave you was Miss White.
White.
Fran has the
Okay.
spell of hit thing.
Which is the best spell.
Yeah, and I have silence if we need to hit thing and be quiet about
Doc
it.
has alter self, which lets her change her appearance.
And once again, hold up ice knife.
I'm just wondering if she could try and pretend to be Miss White, but that backfires obviously if Miss White is there.
Why don't you be Miss Black? You could be Miss Black, like her
Just a twin.
estranged cousin.
Long lost
If it was a
twin.
twin, they'd still be called Miss White. The same name.
None of they were long lost. It's fine. Maybe she got married.
Got married. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Had
Yeah.
a kid named Gray.
The one
Oh,
thing
shut
Doc
up.
will do, I think Doc is at least going to cast Alter Self on herself just so that she can cover up the extremely recognizable half of her face that
Good.
so she's just gonna grow out like long black emo hair instead of her normal like brownish hair and cover just a half of her face with it.
So,
Go
so
along with
This
the
is
new-
walking hand in hand with the most pastel, like, kawaii ass husky with sparkle eyes.
I love
So again,
this.
you've
Yeah.
got someone directly out of the fucking Matrix. And then you've got Alibi.
Yeah.
Sparkle dog.
Yep.
I don't think there's going to be tons of use making plans and stuff if you don't know how many people are in the room or where you're gonna go, so maybe just sort of walking in there and making plans on the spot might be the best way to move things forward.
I think it's improv time, baby.
Yeah.
Doc is going to pull out a clipboard, though, just to look like she's someone important.
It worked last time!
Yep.
It did.
It did.
All right. I will say that the double doors you immediately go to are locked unless you've borrowed Fran's keycard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we borrowed the key card.
All right. You wave that over the little reader. It goes beep. You hear the click of the doors unlocking, and you open up, and you are again in like a little. It's a very nicely decorated room. There is someone that has definitely spent a bunch of money here, but it's basically empty. There's nothing really going on in there,
my
and you can't see anyone.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Well, we got to the room. What were we looking for again?
We're looking for the boss's room.
Oh,
Need to find the key.
Miss Black. Yes, you know what we're
Yes.
doing. So I just
do.
have to do everything that you say. That's my job.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
To
This
one
is going to be a...
To one side of you is an office with a little placard on the door that says white. To your other side, there is a door that has like an empty slot where a placard should be. And the door on like the near the end of the room, leading towards what is probably the largest room, as you can see on the map in the bottom right, just says CEO.
Interesting.
I assume it's the CEO. All right, let's go to the CEO's room. It's this way. Intern.
I'm following this unusually sleek black version of Doc Acne in every single word and motion because that is my role.
All right, you head in. Do you just go in the room, or do you knock, or?
Probably not.
Yeah, Doc would knock.
Knock knock.
You hear the sounds of kind of like rustling, a bang as something closes, and or a knee is slammed into a desk. And then just silence for a couple of seconds, and then boss isn't here.
That's very inconvenient. Where did he go? I have a report for him. He asked for it, and he should be here.
He's in a talk on the first floor. No, did he go to lunch? He's not here. You could leave it on his desk.
This is very sensitive information. You think I'm going to leave it where anyone could walk in and read it?
This is not like anyone can just walk in. Yeah, you gotta have a key card. Who are you anyway? And you can hear the thug steps over and opens up the door to look at you guys.
Ice knife.
Stella's not here.
Stella painting Fran's nails and now adding like little like fucking flowers.
So, Doc, you are face to face with this goon that is even taller than you are and get built like a brick wall.
Tiny Husky leans around the back of Miss Black and waves cheerfully.
He vaguely recognizes you from the lift, but you get no reaction from him other than just looking down at you.
Ignore the intern. My name is I'm Miss Black. I don't know how you've managed to avoid knowing me, but... All right, listen, can you just tell me where he is? He asked for this report. It's honestly very inconsiderate that he's not here. This is ridiculous. I'm a busy woman, and I am not used to being fucked around with.
Roll me either performance or deception, up to you.
Or intimidation, like damn.
Actually, good
Does
point.
she get an advantage because of the swear?
It's business.
Not because of the swear, I would say. Sorry.
All right.
Deception.
Yeah, it's gonna be deception because that is what
right.
Doc is
That's what we're doing.
decent at. I'm just looking to see if I have
hope this is
anything to help me with this.
I mean, you've got Alibi there, I guess. If Alibi can I was going to say, because if Alibi can chime in with anything convincing, then you can have advantage.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
if you know the help there.
you roll first, and then we'll see how bad or good it is.
Okay. Please.
9!
No!
Boy! Okay,
Alibi!
so that went over like a Led Zeppelin. Let me just think what the hell I would do in that situation. Mildly aghast at this fumble, the intern says,
Oh, it's okay. How about you two talk about it, and I'll go and find the thing that you sent me to do. I won't be a moment.
Roll
Yes, fine.
Okay.
he's saluting all the time, like hoping that this will flatter the guy.
Okay. 16. That's pretty good, because these thugs are fucking stupid. But however, it does mean that, like, Alibi, you're gonna have to head off somewhere else to get whatever.
That's okay. I would actually really be quite curious about the door that doesn't have a nameplate.
Yeah, alright. In that case, you can kind of duck off, and because the thug is still within the room, you can, it's without, it won't be an eyesight because Miss White's door is on the map on the left-hand side, so you can kind of just, like, sneak through there, and the thug won't notice. We'll get back to you in a little bit, though.
This is a terrible idea. We just split the party. I'm so sorry, everybody.
3 ways.
Yeah.
3 ways, baby.
Now we just need to find a way to separate Fran and Spella.
They have a fight over nail
We're
polish.
advancing the plot.
Opposite ends of the
That's
rooms.
what's happening.
Yeah, no, come on, we've been at this for 2.5 hours now. With that, so the thug just kind of goes like, oh, like I said, he's, I think he's down on the 3rd floor having a meeting of some kind or yelling at someone again. Oh, it's no, what time is it? They kind of pulls up a wrist, looks at his watch, and you can kind of see his lips moving as he points at it, trying to get his like, I don't think he'd be at lunch anymore.
Excellent.
I hate this man in the best way.
God, the people he trusts to watch his back. This sort of sloppy. Okay, just fine. I'll go the 3rd floor.
I mean,
you
like,
said you're sure.
You could wait from here if you wanted, but I don't know when he'll be back.
I don't have time for that. I have so much I have to be doing. This is okay. Fine. You. Okay. Keep doing what you're doing. The 3rd floor. Any room, honestly, I don't want to just barge into random rooms looking for this man, but...
It says something about, Mrs. Smith, I think? Or maybe she's the hairdresser. Sorry, I don't know. It's not my beat today.
What are you doing anyway? Why are you here?
Oh, he told me I needed to put something in the safe to keep it safe, you know? And
Someone?
Something.
Someone?
Something. You misheard.
We don't know that. We don't know that for sure.
Actually, that's interesting.
Disembodied head.
If I could leave my report in the
something.
safe, it would obviously be safe. I don't trust you to guard it, but I do trust that it would be safe in the safe. So if you could open that up for me, I could leave it in there. and that would be fine, wouldn't it?
How's he gonna know that it's in the safe?
You'll tell him.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'll work. I'm just gonna, okay, the thug is gonna, he's just gonna go back into the office and duck behind the desk, and you can kind of, like, see him pausing there for a moment as gears kind of start trying to tick in his brain, and I'm just gonna quickly make a fucking roll for him to see if he realizes what the fuck's going on. That's a 3.
Yeah.
And then you just hear the whole and of the safe rattling open. And then you hear a voice. You again! Can you just go
Wait, oh, you'd leave me being here or leave me around. Give us like,
Shush. There's got some paperwork. There's got some, like, sorry, miss. There's got some paperwork, and I was just like,
muffled yelling. Doc, what do you want to do?
I fucking knew it!
And actually, I think this is the point. We're going to quickly cut over to Alibi. Alibi, you have walked into this other room, and while it may look nice and neat on the map, it's an utter pigsty. The desk is upturned, the chair is broken, there are filing cabinets and papers scattered all over the rooms, and the window is broken.
Someone was doing some work in here.
Did you want to do anything
internal
or
monologue.
look for anything?
He literally was just making an excuse, and also, yeah, just like, maybe there's something helpful in here. Should I just roll to search, like, investigate if there's something helpful in here?
Yeah, go ahead. And have advantage because luck.
Oh, that's extremely kind of you, because I only have a +2 in it. Let's see how this goes. That's a 17.
17, not bad.
Advantage. We'll go with that 17.
Yeah, alright. With that, I think you're kind of just looking around, and a lot of these papers seem like complete gibberish, but you pick up one where, rather than, like, the background just blank pieces of paper with generic squiggles on them, this one actually seemed to have, like, a proper black font and make, like, readable numbers and everything on it. And you're looking at it, and it just seems to be an, it seems to be an accounting sheet, a sum of income and expenditures and everything, but like some of these, you'd have a quick glance over it and you don't look at it properly, but it looks like these numbers don't entirely add up. Like, you're fairly sure that 17,000 plus 15,000 should actually equal more than 30,000. You're pretty sure. So you kind of just tuck it into your pocket for later, maybe.
Ugh, accounts boring. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the action.
Alright, Doc, what do you want to do?
Doc wants to walk up to the safe and say, "Move aside, let me put it in." Honestly, what is this? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
She's trying to, but
So yeah, the thug kind of shuffles over to the side, like he completely buys your entire story. Unfortunately, the thing that the thug had been covering the muzzle of to muffle them is now no longer muffled. And Doc, as you walk around the desk to have a look at this safe on the floor, you see Vin's head.
Oh my god.
okay.
One disembodied head.
One disembodied. Oh, do I recognize Doc? Because they've gone through a makeover.
Roll me a fucking investigation.
I actually didn't bring up my character sheet.
Cry back and forth vigorously.
I actually didn't bring up my character sheet, so I can't remember if I've got my bonus. What bonuses I
Just out Doc while she's in disguise.
I don't have
I'm gonna
your
kick
character
that
sheet.
head from here to Timbuktu. What the fuck?
Can I just say, this is the point where I want to remind everyone of a rather key component of Vin's actual design is A, he's UPA, B, his head is not actually attached to his body.
Oh, genius! I love it.
You know what? Can I just say that I do recognise Doc because that's
I was
funny.
gonna say, give me a d20, and if it's above, like, 11,
17.
you recognise Doc.
Well, you took your fucking time.
Huh? Do you...
No, not you. Shut up. Go away.
Well, no.
No, I have not, like, this idiot has... Have you ever been a disembodied head being carried around by somebody? It is... Please get me out of here. Please.
shut up, head. I'm going to put my report in this safe, and you're going to shut up and let me do it, says Doc. And she will, though. She will give him a little bit of a wink, like, please go along with me here.
I think with a 17, you could rationalize.
Yeah, no, I definitely... just like... yeah, no, definitely. It's just like... You know what? Fine. Clearly you're just like all the rest of them.
Yeah.
And you can kind of shove the paperwork to the side of Vin's head if you choose.
Okay, here's what I want to do. Can I ask an important question?
Yep.
Can someone breathe in hammer space?
For 1 minute, yes. This has
Okay,
recently come up in
in
the
that
Odyssey.
I
He
wish
doesn't have any
to.
lungs.
I wish to temporarily block the thug's view of the space. Mm-hmm. Shove Vin in my hammer space, and then slam it shut.
Give me sleight of hand.
Doc, you
Doesn't
MVP.
have any
Okay.
fun.
This works.
All right, come on, please. Please, I need this. Give me one of my one hand. That's not great. Come on.
Money, big money, big money.
Come on, we can do this. 20! Dirty 20! You successfully tuck Vin's head into your hammer space and slam the safe shut and give the dial a rattled close as you stand up straight, looking very professional again.
Right, you have a minute.
He doesn't have any lungs.
Ow!
All right,
Ow!
very-
Toon
He's the
rules. How would his
cartoon.
head
Why are
connect
you
to his
applying
lungs
logic
anyway?
to it, Owl?
I'm trying to help.
You're not. No,
Oh.
it's okay.
All right, then. I'll be off to actually deal with my actual job. Thank you, says Miss Black, and she will stride purposefully to the door of the room and finally.
Alright, you can head back out the door. Good news is you don't need to do the card swipe back out again, so you can actually just leave and head out back to the area with Spella and Fran. Alibi, are you up to anything, or do you spot Doc
Oh,
leaving?
no. Fenry went to wait loyally outside the door, as a dog would, and just scuttles humbly after his master and waves goodbye to the highly intelligent goon that they have left behind.
All right, and then once we're back out in the place with Spella and Fran, Doc will take Vin out of hammerspace.
And to be honest, I did not expect that.
Yeah, so now everyone
well-
else gets to see Vin's disembodied head.
Yes, it's a day full of
I'm
surprises.
So sorry, Vin. I was so mean. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, fine. Don't worry about it. That was actually quite some good sleight of hand. Anyway, where's Charlie? Is Ellie safe? Are they okay?
Ellie is fine. I made
Ellie's-
sure of it.
Good. Charlie?
Ellie's with her grandma. Charlie is on the first floor. We're still working on this.
Okay, cool, good. What's your plan so far?
Find key,
we're
get
hoping to
key,
find
use key to
key.
open door to get Charlie, then
Well-
leave? Question mark?
Now that we have
Like-
you, we could just go in and ice knife them.
Sorry. The plan was get key. That wouldn't be the key that was in the safe I was just in, would it?
Are you serious?
Oh, I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I did not see it. Okay.
No, don't worry. What can you expect? Charlie hired you. He's not in a good
It
mood.
was inside the safe. Do you at least know the combination or how to open it?
I probably didn't see the combination. Did
No,
I?
yeah,
I
the
was
goon
talking
unlocked
to
it
the
when...
disembodied head.
Yeah, so Vin wouldn't have been able to see it on the inside, and the goon was... And, Doc Acne was on the other side of the desk when the thug opened up the safe, so...
Fran just leans down and looks inside Vin's mouth. It's like, any chance you ate it.
I'm gonna say, it's like, what are you doing?
Gotta cover all our bases, just because.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
lie, this
feel
makes
like
me
wasting
extremely
time.
uncomfortable. Can you stop doing that?
Alright, fine. I just wanted to skip the scene of having to go back in there to get it because it's been a while.
I was just sorry. I was so focused on getting you out. I didn't think to look at the rest of the things in the safe.
No, it's
that would have
fine.
been really smart.
Listen, just
Honestly,
go,
you've got
go back in there. Say that you misplaced a paper or something, and get him to do it again. You've already terrified the idiot enough. Just go back in there and then do it again.
We could threaten him.
Yeah, threatening works.
I'm a lot better at lying than threatening. If I'm
Either way,
honest.
listen. As long just channel exactly the same confidence as you did just then. Go in, say you forgot something, get him to open it again. Grab the stuff with the same. You can do this. You've just done it with me.
Okay,
Come on.
Okay,
Spella
Alibi.
gets
I'm
up.
gonna have to throw.
And says, I can be moral support.
Alibi, I'm gonna have to throw you under the bus and say that you accidentally gave me the wrong report. Is that okay? Like, I'm gonna be mean when we
Absolutely.
go in there. Is that okay?
That's not a problem. That's exactly what my purpose was for this. So, okay, go on. Under the
All
bus
right,
I go.
let's go. Let's do this.
Spella
I
follows
look
Doc.
immediately very hangdog. The puppy is now a sad puppy.
Alright.
Doc is gonna actually very gently grab Alibi's coat, but like pretend like she's dragging him.
Not too hard on the hood, okay?
I know.
All right. I guess we're all going. Come, friend.
Yeah.
Is that a good? Okay. Are we sure about that?
We are all going.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you head back in. You notice that the guard was headed actually just for the door to the staircase back downstairs on the far side. But you managed to, like, as you storm in through the doors, dragging Alibi, he kind of looks up and looks back over at Doc and goes, like, you can see a very harried and scared look on his face because, oh no, he's got to deal with you again. Ah!
This idiot intern swapped my reports, and I need to get that one back and replace it with the right one. I'm very sorry to waste your time like this, but I'm also... please let me fix this, please.
I'm gonna continue going off the rolls you did earlier because it was real fucking good, and also because this guard's a fucking moron. I was like, oh yeah, yes, miss, yes, oh of course. Doc's back in, and you can follow him back into the room. Kneels back down. Click, 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 click. Eek. Hey, wait a second, because he may be an idiot. He is not so much of an idiot to not notice that Vincent's head is missing.
Spell cast ice knife.
Holy shit!
Yes!
Let this happen.
Yes!
I've been waiting all episode, please! I've been so patient.
Roll to attack.
Alright, hang on, I have to fucking grab ice knife. I'm gonna cast this at 2nd level. Cause fuck you. Fuck you, you idiot.
Cast fuck
This
you.
is a dex save of 14.
Okay.
Okay.
Is
Hit is +6. Hang on.
Oh boy. This goes badly.
okay. That's a 23. Okay, and I'm gonna say,
Ella has been waiting so patiently.
and this guy did not make the dex save. Please roll damage.
Alright, so this is 2nd level ice knife, so it is 1d10 plus 3d6.
Just real quick.
Yeah.
Was Doc adjacent to this guy?
No, I think you were kind of only just in the entrance of the room because the guy scurried real fucking quick.
Yeah, then Spella
Okay.
fucking shoved Doc and then cast ice knife. So that is 19 points of damage.
Did you just kill a dude?
You haven't killed him. You haven't killed him. However, you have immediately knocked him down to like single digits health.
Okay, can the rest of us try?
He's not going great. You can see him stumbling back with the force. His ice spreads across his chest, and he's still upright, but he's very, very shocked. You guys do have a surprise round on him, so if anyone else wants to do something, now's the time.
Casting silence!
Wise move.
Making it quiet in here right away! But noting that the sphere of silence is basically centered on the guard, so like magical spells can still be cast from outside.
Yeah.
So that's good.
I don't suppose you can non-lethally attack with a crossbow, can you?
Could you use it as a
Shoot him
club?
in the foot.
I mean, like, Fran, what are you up to here?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I had muted myself. Sorry.
That's okay. Sorry.
I've been
Cast
saying-
silence on you.
Fran just like went up and bopped him over the head.
Okay, yeah, please, roll attack. I'm fairly certain you're gonna hit no matter what. Yeah, with a
that'll
20,
do it.
a 23 hits. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it because you're basically guaranteed to knock this guy out. And you just you punch this guy in the kisser, and of course, because this is the guy that he thought you were flirting with him earlier, he goes down with little stars and love hearts going around his head and thunk onto the ground. You've knocked
You
this.
get him right in the kisser.
Yeah. This
She's
like
a real knockout.
Hey! The safe is open. This guard is knocked out for the next however fucking long. He will. I'm not gonna make him do death rolling saves. We're going with fucking toon rules here. And
Little birdies.
you guys have full access to the big boss's safe and office and all of that.
Is there money in it?
Everything.
Is there money in it?
There is no money, but there's a lot of very fancy pieces of paper.
Often more important than money. Grab everything and go!
Yes.
Yep,
Shove
that's,
all the paper
Thanks a
into
lot.
Isaspella's
Nice.
book and lock it.
Alright, who grabs the key?
For
I think Spella has to, considering that she said she needed the key to go down there and
Yeah,
get
probably
the
best.
files.
Yeah, and she did get to the
makes sense.
papers first. Alright.
Oh my God, I'd actually forgotten about that whole part. It was so long ago.
Luckily, I keep my brain in top condition, even though
I
I've
saved
forgotten
your
how
ass
to roll
down there.
perception.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna throw hot coffee
We
at
like
you.
fucking
Fran is just,
speed
like,
run
making
getting
sure
back to the
that,
first floor.
Okay.
Fran's just making sure her nail polish didn't get messed up when she bopped that guy.
I'm just gonna quickly roll luck, just to see.
Oh.
With a 12, I think you've got like a minor smudge on one of your nails, but otherwise it's looking pretty good.
I can fix that later.
Yeah. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna kind of take over just for a minute to speed things up a bit. You take over, get out of the office, there's a door to the stairs that you saw the guard going down, it's still open, in fact, you guys can head directly down to the stairwell, stop back off at the first floor, where you guys did your first little bit of conspiring. Do you want to just go?
One thing.
You guys
I
go.
need to get a donut from the cafeteria.
I was just gonna say donuts.
like genuine donuts, like a box full.
Yeah, you duck off to the left, grab a box of donuts that was just sitting on the counter. You hear a kind of, like, as you go off and hide again, to do whatever, you can hear kind of like, hey, from the chef, but no one comes chasing after you. And, so, luckily enough, you obtained a box of donuts. What do you four want to do? 4 plus Vin's head.
4.5.
4.5.
Spella is about to go in there and go to the door, but like before they do that, we'll make a plan because God, fine, we'll make a plan. You squares.
I mean, is there any reason why we can't have Doc and a goon with us as well? Like,
I mean, Doc's already, already in deception mode. Walking in and backing up Spella would be extremely good.
Yeah.
Also, like, we still have to get everybody...
The main thing to keep in mind is that we still have a head with us, and the head is definitely not supposed to be with us. How do we hide the head?
it's in the hammer space, right?
Well, like, you pulled him out, but you can shove him back in.
Yeah, I mean, like, again,
As long as
1
we
minute of
don't
air.
leave him in for more than a minute at a time.
Just bring it
Put
out.
him in Fran's
Put it back in.
jacket.
I was gonna say also, we will also have to get out of the building again, presumably with
that's
everybody.
gonna be the-
There is, if we have Doc with us, there is the option to just blow a hole in the wall of the building and run. At least one of us can fly and can control, like, the amount of fall damage we take.
I
So,
mean, we don't know it's there right now, but I'm just looking at the first floor map, and it looks like there's a window in that room with all the cabinets.
Like,
I'm just really excited to blow things
yeah,
up.
I will
Yeah,
tell
let's blow things up.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, there is technically a window, however, the filing cabinets are kind of like floor to ceiling, so they're blocking it. There's not much light in there.
Okay. Well, we could always do the boring thing and, like, try and go out the
I
door.
fully encourage blowing up the building. Like, it's the
Hey,
best.
thank you. Okay, I would love to blow up the building. Please let Doc blow
Now,
up the
but
building.
there's a certain level of beautiful dramatic irony in using products that I did receive from them to destroy their building.
Yeah, there is. But first, you guys still need to get Charlie out of there. And presumably Vincent's body.
Okay, well, let's get in there first and then worry about everything else afterwards, because apparently not planning and just doing it on the spot is what works best for us.
Who would have known?
Fucking chaos crew here.
Yeah.
Bella storms in, followed by I'm going to say Fran because
I mean,
that's
everybody,
part
right?
of the excuse.
Yeah.
Like a
everyone.
goon, a terrifying Doc Acne, and an intern. That's everybody.
Yeah.
An intern bearing donuts.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say, Alibi, you definitely have, like, intern bearing donuts definitely has, the office worker's attention. Like, okay, yeah, no, she doesn't mind you. You seem a bit useless, but the good sort of useless. However, and like, oh god, Spella's back. Oh, she's brought yet another goon. Ugh. Who's this lady? At Doc, and just kind of staring. She's like, oh no, you look like someone who is actually in charge. I do not recognize you, but you have that air of power. So, how do you guys go about this, please?
Spella just
I bring gifts.
Spella just holds up the key, like, I got the key, screw you, and, she walks. Because she's got confidence and she knows how to use it.
Fran just, like, is standing very directly behind Spella, being very large with crossed arms, and saying nothing further.
That's the best option, because I think, like, the goons kind of look at Spella with the key, look up at you, and go like, oh, okay, yep, must be boss approved, and they do not get in the way.
Spella opens the door and walks inside.
Indeed, there is Charlie there, tied up on a chair, and tied up at his back on another chair is Vin's body, not moving. Nope.
And who else is in there?
That's it. It's just those two. And a bunch of filing cabinets.
Spella then gestures for Fran to, like, follow her in. And says, make sure that they don't get free while I get the MacGuffin file.
Code 4, let them go.
Yeah, basically she's just trying to make it sound realistic. Also, she's opened her book and she's now pretending to shuffle through filing cabinets, but really she's writing down something. She passes her book over. It's open to a page on deception. And there's a note in the margin that explains what they've done, which is rescued your boy. Ellie is fine. We're gonna blow up the building. Don't fuck this up. Love, Spella.
Yeah, I think Charlie's just kind of gonna look at this and look what's going on and just kind of... You know what? Anything could happen at this point. He just kind of gives you a very tiny nod that no one outside the room would be able to see.
Also, just to say, it's probably been close to a minute.
In the background, here's a donut for you, and a donut for you, and a donut for you, and you get 2 donuts because you had to wait.
Hurry it up.
Sorry about that. I'm sorry. Oh, did you want a donut? Did you want a donut? Did you want a donut?
The thugs are all very happily snacking on donuts. You got one of them, like, oh, do you have one of the ones with sprinkles? Like, carefully
Yes, they are pink.
Oh, my favourite!
Spella walks out of the small room and then says, intern, I need your help. This is a big file.
Yeah. Can I, quick question. Who has the highest passive perception?
Not me.
Not Doc.
I have a 14 to passive perception.
Okay. Anyone higher?
Yeah,
I'm in hammer space.
probably.
Doesn't count.
Sorry, Fran?
Yeah, probably Spella then.
Okay, Spella.
I've got a 9.
As you step out of step out of the room, you notice that you can hear hurried footsteps coming from, like, maybe the floor, no, not quite the floor above, it's kind of a little bit to the side. Oh, it's echoing. It kind of sounds like in the stairwell. That sounds like a lot of footsteps hurried in the stairwell, getting louder.
So, that window.
Fuck this pretense. Spella moves forward, grabs Alibi and Doc by both their hands and drags them into the room.
Don't
I'm
touch
sorry,
me.
did you want a donut?
And
Don't
then she slams the door and she says, "We're made. Let's go."
And like,
Thank God I can stop
just
talking
as
like that.
just as you slam that door closed, you hear another one open, like slamming against the wall, going, "Who's in there?"
Filing cabinets in front of the door, quick! Also, I would like not to suffocate.
And you hear,
Spella locks the door behind them.
yeah, you hear rattling at the lock just as you finish with the key and everything. And then you hear okay, like, get that door open, and doof, doof, against the door.
Fran is blocking it with stuff, and then
Preparing
as soon as
fireball.
she's done that, she has pulled out one of her many bladed weapons and cuts the rope around Charlie and Vin's body.
This is like, thanks, Fran. Good to see you. Charlie is not in a good state. He's not in a good state.
She just sort of like picks him up, dusts him off a little bit, and goes, "Always good to catch up. Let's get you someplace where we can." Chat.
Yeah, it's like he's patting all over, and just like, did you find Vin? He should be okay. Not a great state, but did you find Vin?
We got Vin.
Okay,
Here,
okay.
Fred briefly pulls him out of hammer space so he can take a breath.
It's just like, okay, can you put me back, please? Put me up. No! Okay, hammer space for Vin, I guess. Okay, someone's gonna have to.
Charlie got 7 hit points back from healing word.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, he's looking. He does kind of look a little bit better at that, and claps Alibi on the back.
I'm sorry, I did not keep you a donut.
He's saying this with a mouthful of donut.
It's alright, you can have one later. Or how the fuck are we getting out of here?
Explosions, probably a lot of
Carrying
explosions.
whoever is the most injured, and everyone else has to jump.
Fran is just like carefully trying to balance Vin's head on top of his body.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I thought you stuck me. I thought you stuck him back in the hammer space.
Put the entire tune in the hammer space.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I refuse to. I refuse to do that. No, here's the thing. It would be much funnier if it didn't stick, but also I think it would save time if you just stuck him back on and it worked.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, the moment that you get Vin's head close, it looks very wobbly and like it's probably gonna be prone to falling off again.
Yeah, Vince sort of like holding the back of his head like that. It's like, okay, yeah, thanks, great. Doc, you're the one with the explosives, right?
I will just say, like,
Yes.
while Doc is planting explosives in the background, you've just got Charlie just immediately grabs hold onto Vin and gives him a massive hug, because this is the first chance in several hours.
Yeah, okay, missed you too, careful, head's still a bit loose.
Okay, explosions, Doc!
Yes, sirree. Tinker's tools, alchemy tools, what do you want me to roll?
I'm gonna say alchemy, because you're dealing with explosives here. Give me just, a roll.
This is a very confined space, maybe pull one of the, 10.
That's a crit fail. That's a crit fail.
Okay.
For the sake of the fact that you have both you've got fucking Delta, you've got Delta in here. You also have Charlie in here. You have 2 people in here that are that Miss F likes. One of them, which happens to be not Miss F. You have 2 people in here which Lady Luck specifically likes. Alibi especially. Please have fucking advantage on that roll. The gods are enjoying this soap opera.
I have a +9. Thank you.
Okay, a 21. That is enough that you know that this is going to be a really powerful charge in order to actually have to break through this rather thick window. And you also have enough knowledge that, hey, you've got some filing cabinets barricading the door. Might be an idea to pull a couple more down to kind of barricade you guys when the charges go off.
Plus, we can all take some damage, that's fine, so long as we get out of here with, like, non-zero amount of hit points.
Yeah.
Say that with a room which contains a wizard and a sorcerer, but okay.
Everyone get behind something. If anyone's got
Get
safety
behind
goggles,
Fran.
you should put them on.
Someone wants to get behind Fran, but Alibi is already there, so she gets
We're
behind
both
Alibi.
very small. We can
Proper
both
lab
get behind
safety.
Fran.
It's like, Charlie would offer to let you guys hide behind him, but already he's low on hit points even with the healing.
Yeah.
There's enough tank to go around. It's fine.
We're all hiding
This is
behind
like
Fran.
We also drag Charlie behind Fran.
I think there's just like a huddled up ball with Fran sort of draped over it.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
Alright, what is the fucking largest... You know what? What are the fucking stats for Serious Putty?
Oh, yes! I love Serious Putty.
Because
That's one of mine.
I'm gonna say, Doc, you do not actually have Serious Putty, but you've managed to cook up something very similar, just for the sake of me not having to make up numbers on the spot.
It's C4!
C4. So it's 66 damage. And actually, it's 66 fire damage and 4d6 thunder damage.
Whoa.
So that's gonna.
There's something extra.
I'm gonna just 10d6 total, please.
Alright, Doc says,
Drum roll, everybody.
D4 you later. I don't know, she doesn't have good puns. Oh well. Okay.
You did.
Oh. And D.
Take 2.
Try that again.
That's 35 damage. That's a real shit roll. But 35 damage, because it's above 30, is indeed enough to blast not just through the window, but through the wall as well. And you have just blasted a solid quarter out of this building as... And you guys do kind of get set on fire just a little bit, as immediately after the explosion, all the filing cabinets just into flames. You guys are in flames. You jump out. You're only on the first story, so that's not too far to fall. Are you doing anything to avoid falling really hard, or am I gonna make everyone have 1d6 fall damage?
Acme effect. Go splat.
What?
Yeah, I'm Acme affecting this as well. But
Yep.
how much fire damage do we take?
Bella snaps out her wings and is like, I'm guessing holding Charlie for dear life.
Yeah. Everyone, please take.
Doc,
I'm gonna say, please just take 10 damage to save from that. Bunch of it it managed to be blocked from the filing cabinets, but you're gonna be a bit singed.
Link post-explosion noise.
It's fine. It makes Fran look really cool.
Yeah.
Doc activates her sticky gloves and boots and just scurries down the side of the building with cytokine.
Alright.
Oh, I love Doc so much.
He's the best.
Spella, I think you said you were carrying Charlie?
Yeah. Cause Spella just kind of snapped out her wings as best she could, and then, she has, Charlie under the armpit.
Yeah, can you give me a quick strength roll just to see how well you managed to hold him? It's only for a very short flight, but I need to make sure you
Yeah,
don't...
because it's just to make sure he doesn't crash into the ground and break all his legs.
Yeah, and also, Charlie is not as light as he looks.
Actually,
Yeah,
I just realized.
He's a chumby kitty. He's a big chungus.
He eats too many fried breakfasts. A 9 is enough that it's definitely not a graceful landing for either of you, but you're not taking damage. It's less of a flight.
Directly on top of the chungus.
Yeah. It's less of a flight and more of a controlled fall. Mod, you were saying something.
No, it was just I was gonna roll luck and see if I land on something soft.
Yeah, please do.
Not great. That's
Not
11.
great. I think you managed to land on Speller on top of Charlie.
Ah.
Please, the boy does not have many hit points left. Stop squashing him.
Fran, how are you getting down?
I guess she's gonna have to jump. And she just straight up jumps out because it looks cool and she's slightly on fire and it's badass.
So she's not in a hero pose.
Alright, if you're landing in the hero pose, you are going to be taking full damage, because that shit is difficult on the knees.
And I, again, because she is the tank, she's just she eats it.
Please take an extra 4 full damage, so you're good. All of you are out. Vin used Acme effect.
Yeah, just went blop like a blob of
No, I was
colour.
going to say, your body goes blop, your head rolls away, and you have to go chasing after it for a sec.
Just for comedy.
And all of you flee the scene, please, back to Nan's place, so that Charlie and Vin can see their daughter again.
Can I
Yes,
cast a
absolutely.
fireball at the room as we leave, just for good measure? In case
Yes,
someone tries to follow us
You
in?
know what? I'm gonna say the fire has managed to burn the door enough that they charged their way open just in time to see you running away. Alibi, you launch this fireball. And there's not
enjoyed your donuts!
That's enough that you will have immediately knocked out 3 of the goons that were there and have dealt serious damage to Orson Jones himself as he is blown back from this hole. And you guys can hear, as you guys are fleeing, you can hear the sirens of fire engines in the distance. But because every single one of you had disguises on except for Charlie and Vin, no one's gonna know who the fuck you were.
Hell yeah!
So you guys managed to get away and you successfully reconvene at Nan's house. And everyone is seen to with the first aid kit and also some grandma kisses. Because guess what? Nan has healing spells. Everyone, yeah. Congratulations, you have succeeded. And Alibi, that piece of paper that you oh so fortunately picked up, is full of numbers that Vin is able to recognize rather easily that, ooh, this is going to be helpful in maybe making sure that Orson Jones does not come chasing after people again, especially when paired with those oh-so other fancy pieces of paper that Speller picked up from the safe.
Vin just gets, like, he's been extremely stressed out, but, like, you know, he's holding Charlie, and Ellie, like, just like, nope, not letting them go, not letting them live. But, like, you hand him that, and he just gets, spends a moment reading it, he just gets the most fucking evil look on his face. It's just like, you do not see this, Fox smile very often. It's not very nice.
Alright, and with that, Speller, I think you did actually successfully avoid insulting Vin during that session, didn't you?
Fuck yeah!
You are owed an extra 50 gold.
Hell yeah!
So at the end of this, Fran, you are definitely made sure that you are paid. You get 50 gold from this and an absolutely massive thank you. You are also going to get a like, once it's explained that you kind of got brought in halfway last minute and, like, you got woken up in the middle, like, in the early morning. Oh, that's not good. Nan Black gives you an extra thank you with a tin full of grandma cookies.
Aww, grandma cookies.
Which,
I almost forgot. Speller returns the outfit she has borrowed in pristine condition, except for, like,
Good.
a little bit of singeing, but she fixed that with prestidigitation.
Yeah, like, maybe a little bit of mending and everything. So, like, I think Nan does just kind of give you a disappointed look, but, like, I can always sew those back up later. And, oh god, where the fuck did I put the fucking nanny, like, where is the tin?
Oh yeah, the grandma cookies have stats.
The grandma cookies have stats. I'm just gonna say it's
God.
gonna be a tin of, like, 2d10 cookies, and each of them heals for, like, 1d4 hit points, and also just helps fill you back up if you have missed a meal, because they're very nicely made grandma cookies. Otherwise,
All the cookies have been eaten. The tin will only ever contain sewing equipment.
yeah, you find, I will say, like, this is one of those things where you don't have to roll that d2 to figure out if it's going to be sewing equipment or cookies, but, like, you notice that once you've kind of closed the tin after eating the last of it, you go open it up again going like, oh, did I have any cookies left? Oh, it's just sewing equipment, and it will always be sewing equipment. I don't even sew! So yeah, go with the stats of whatever the fuck I've got on Glorps. I can't find it currently, and I don't have everything memorized.
It's in Hazelnut Gallery. They already found it.
Thank you,
Hazelnut
thank you,
Gallery.
distinguished peanut
Yes.
gallerists. You are the best. Overall, everyone comes away with 50 gold. Speller, you actually come away with 100 gold. Doc, Alibi, Speller, you guys get 2 draft points. Fran, you get 1 because you were only in 2 sessions. I'm sorry, which is why you're getting the fucking grandma cookies as well. And you guys get big hugs from both from Ellie and from Charlie, and you don't get a hug from Nan, but you do get a reassuring pat on the back. And you guys are all owed a favor from the Black Clan, basically. Which is not as ominous as it sounds.
Spella, make sure to give Ellie another knife.
Oh,
before
right.
she
I
leaves.
accidentally used Charlie's last name as my alien.
Oh!
Sorry.
Good news is
even think of that.
it's familiar enough that it's gonna be a widespread enough name that I'm sure other people won't really care. And also, Vin's about to blackmail the shit out of the company to make sure they leave everyone alone.
Yep.
And the company never ate donuts again.
Yeah! The end. Thank you everyone for playing.
We have solved your heist puzzle!
We actually managed to steal something. It was 2 boys.
Okay, so
Really?
I should have done this. So when we did the Toy Factory game, you gave me a frog that you said that some kid would react specially to. That wasn't Ellie, was it?
It
I
wasn't
didn't miss
Ellie.
by
Ellie
chance.
is very amused by the little jumping frog, but no, it is not Ellie.
Okay,
very
I just wanted to make sure.
Again, I have to repeat that Spella, before she left, gave Ellie another knife.
Hell yeah, Ellie has 2 knives. I am adding this to my fucking notes.
Charlie
Well, this
approves,
is pretty
Vin does
terrific.
not.
Yeah, because Spella was just like, and remember, if anybody tries to hurt you, you
Stab them!
fleshy parts.
Like, again, Charlie has a big collection of knives, so Ellie does know knife safety, and now Charlie's just like, well, I wasn't gonna go teaching her any tricks and stuff till she was 10, but...
And you're still not going to.
Okay, you're beholden to the word of Vincent. I am not. And then she flips her knife and she flips the knife and then hands it to Ellie and I imagine that Ellie copies her but with less success.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna say she drops the knife rather than cutting herself, though.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah.
Spella says it takes practice.
Yeah. I do, and from Nan, you're like, well, all of you are welcome round for tea anytime you like. And so, yeah, you guys have made a friend of Nan Black and of Charlie. Debatably Vincent.
He'll tolerate you because you're friends with Charlie.
Spella then rips a page out of her notebook, rips it into 4, and then writes down like a single line on each of them, and then hands them out to the people in the group. And it's her address.
Oh! Even Alibi.
Even Alibi, but his has a little note on it that says, "I told you I'd do it."
Alibi doesn't say anything, and he almost accidentally said, but I already have this, but he doesn't say that.
Good for catching yourself.
This is one of those things where I'm like, Spella, before like everyone leaves, manages to bump into everybody at least once.
That's so good. Can I just...
Physical contact good. This is
Physical
affection,
contact
but
good.
you would never know.
It's okay.
Just like I'm just
Dark
imagining like a
eyes,
feathery pinball.
Yeah. Bump up. Oh no, I've tripped.
She will
How
have to deal
terrible.
with Fran mussing her hair, though.
Yes.
Please, she just like the Sailor Moon hair.
No, I was gonna say, the moment that you try and, get it back into sort of order, Charlie also ruffles it.
Please, her hair is messy enough. Why do you think she always has it up?
This game was wonderful. I just have to say that. Thank you so much. This was really, really fun.
Yes, I'm so glad we got an actual conclusion.
You did so good, and I'm so proud of every single one of you.
Doc was Doc the real MVP of that entire session,
bow to
though.
you.
I would fucking
Superiority.
kill for Doc Acne.
Absolutely. You see why she's my fave?
She's so good.
Fan club
Also-
t-shirts.
Thank you so much for allowing me to occasionally be like, I'm going to put some character development in here.
No, that's okay.
That was so good.
Thank you
Thanks,
for
Bella.
playing in a game an entire fucking year in the making.
Yeah, worth it.
With that, are there
again,
any
thank
last
you.
things that people want to say or do, either in character or out?
Mod, thank you very much for being so patient with me.
I think just because it's funny, Alibi decides to be in character as this husky for a while because Ellie might enjoy petting a dog. And
Yes.
Yeah, she would have
secretly,
the best
secretly
time.
Alibi very much enjoys being patted.
Yeah,
on.
no, Ellie has the best time, don't worry. Like, she will absolutely even go out into the garden and play fetch with you if you want.
Yeah.
Ellie is so fucking good. Also, before she leaves, she says to Fran, we're still on for Saturday night, right?
Oh, absolutely, babe.
Because they're going out for drinks. They're gonna have a girls' night.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. And I think with that, it's time to end the entire game and end the recording. Does everyone want to say goodbye? Bye! Bye!
Bye.
Thank you again,
Doc is also
everyone.
in